What's going on, everybody? Glad to see you're all here. It's been a pretty interesting week. I think we've all had some pretty good times, and I thought tonight we should just get together and shoot the shit, just an open panel, and kind of let the natural things flow. But before we start, I want to thank Singletown Bachelor for coming on with me. Hello, sir. It's very late where he is right now, but he's decided to join us. And a couple of announcements. Of course, you've all seen, most likely anyway, you've all seen that Scotty Side had his 1,000 sub celebration today. Didn't go for quite as long as we thought. And Dax was hoping to join, but unfortunately, he got the notification in Scotty's message to him. It said 10 p.m. So he didn't think it was until tonight. And unfortunately, he's missed it. So, but he might be on here later today. He's actually watching the hockey game right now with a couple of his buddies. So he is doing well. If you saw his short, he seems to be doing well. He's looking a lot better, that's for sure. His color really came back. It seems to be higher energied anyway. So, yes, welcome everybody. One other announcement. If you didn't catch it, Reverend 20 Piece is also having a 5-year celebration on the 20th, I believe. He will have to come in and confirm everything. But he did post a short stating what day and what time he was going to be on. So it will be nice to celebrate the 5 years with him. If he does decide to give me any OnlyFans content with feet and cake or watermelons, I hear watermelons are very popular now on OnlyFans.
What about the butthole?
Oh, yes. Well, watermelons up his butthole. I don't know. Hello, Dennis. Stranger, how are you, sir? Yes. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming. And yeah, so anything else on the side of that? Really? I mean, if you caught Undead Chronic stream today, which was excellent, especially after Sandman joined, they touched on some really good topics about the PUAs, and I always get a kick out of that. So go check that out if you haven't had a chance. But guys, it's going to be an open panel. You're welcome to come in and say hello. If there's also a few other shorts that are going up from streams that we've done this week. Of course, our good buddy Brandon got stopped by the cops while we were having a stream, but he was pretty good with it. We teased him a little bit, and everything went okay. And of course, we got the Father Saunders Butthole Nation short, or sorry, Only Holes. That was good. That was good, guys. That was like fucking beauty. I never laughed so hard in my life. But yeah, no, kind of want to open it up to you guys. And like I said, the link is in the top there pinned. If you want to come in, I kind of think we should carry on with the discussion about the whole monkeypox being the new COVID. Right? That's fun. Any word on your side of the world there, Bachelor? Are they bringing it up?
The newspaper has a bit about it, but when they start to ramp up their campaigns about you need to take this and that, and it's that's have weight. It has gone sideways anyway. I can recall that England has had lockdown, but at the same time there were planes coming in from China. Mm-hmm. I said, why the hell do you not check out planes with Chinese or anybody who comes in your country? It makes no sense to me. So that's why it's a bust. Yeah.
Well, I want to welcome Brandon Trueblood,
Hello,
Mr.
Brandon.
Police Magnet, Security Magnet, whatever you want to call him, Law Enforcement Magnet, really. How you doing, brother Brandon? Oh, he might be having a connection problem still.
Ah, damn.
Yes. Oh, and Mr. Indy is trying to come in. Hello, Mr. Indy. How are you, sir? Oh, Indy, we got some backfeed on your end by the looks of it, buddy.
Hold on.
Hold the phone.
Is this good?
Yep,
Yep.
sounds good to me. I kind of wanted to touch on what MGTV just set up here about you basically having to fuck to get monkeypox. He's not wrong, but that's because they haven't changed the method of transmission yet. So stay tuned. Don't worry, they'll get around to a variant that crawls up your asshole and eats you from the inside, I'm sure. So, but yeah, I expect this to be the new COVID thing, and they'll start preaching everything about if you don't take a vaccine, you're racist, you're sexist, you're anti-gay,
Yeah.
everything. And oh, dude, that chick they just hired as the press secretary to the White House, dude, she was literally on stage 3 seconds and was already going over how many boxes she checked. So she's gonna use this. She's gonna use it. Mr. Manly Load, how are you, sir?
Alright, man, I'm a bit tired, but I thought I'd pop in for an hour or two, see what's going on, see what's cracking with this monkeypox nonsense.
Oh God. Well, are you hearing anything on your end? Like, is the local media pumping out a bunch of propaganda already?
When things like this break out, you notice that so when the COVID break out, it normally takes me about 2-3 months to comment on it. Because as time passes, you always get new information, and 9 times out of 10, the first month, it's all speculation until more data comes out. Because that's the narrative they want to spin. They want to spin all this confusion. Because that's how they get the hysteria up, The
Well, I
mystery
mean,
of this.
as old as COVID was, right? I don't think many people linked it with the other viruses that it's named under, like SARS and MERS and stuff like that,
And the common cold.
and the common cold, right? But they didn't link it together, and I'm kind of thinking they're using monkeypox for the same reason, although monkeypox is very old.
of course.
It's very
Yeah.
detailed. We know how it works. Because nobody's
COVID-
heard of it.
COVID was a prerequisite for this. COVID was just a test to see how compliant we was, how many people took the vax.
Well,
Yep.
that's another
That's all
thing.
it was, and now this is the real one. Because now everybody's got the vax. They're gonna give this synthetic, in my opinion, this fabricated entity into the fabric of the world,
hmm
and they'll be able to monitor everybody's health who's been vaccinated now through 5G.
Well,
So
I
they're
mean,
going to create the scenario for them to get the data.
I
Of
have
course,
to agree with you and Dennis here that COVID was nothing but a fucking
Yep, that's
pilot
what it
test.
was. How you doing, brother, man? It's been a while. Dennis?
Yeah,
He featured
Dude.
on the Horseman, man, so he's got some good stuff going on.
well, Dennis had great stuff. Unfortunately, he's told me he's taking it all down off YouTube and stuff. But yeah, no, he's had some
Yeah, he's
great
gone
streams
he's
and
gone
great
into the
videos.
business arena, from my understanding. So
Yep, he's a busy guy. So nice that
busy
you
for
made time
business,
for us,
eh?
brother.
Busy for business,
Yeah, busy
and
for
business is good.
Yeah.
So how's things on your end, Indy? Any word over there on the panic and hysteria they're trying to build?
Well, I'm kind of behind because I just got power back.
Oh,
Great.
Remember yesterday when I said we lost power?
Oh
No.
yeah, you
Yeah,
told me about that.
I just got it back an hour ago.
oh, well, I'm sure it'll flood in.
Why don't you give
Um,
me some of those power cuts? I want some of them. If you don't know about
Yeah.
my medical condition, I need power cuts. I'll be in heaven when it happens.
A Manly Low can't find anywhere to go where there's no power lines and anything going around,
Yep.
so he
I'm
he
stuck in a
needs to be-
city, and every time I veer out, I get police roping me back in. It's ridiculous.
Uh,
So
so
did Scotty have a stream?
he did. He did. Unfortunately, he might have sent out like a copied message that stated it was going to be 10 p.m., not 10 a.m. And it's possible he wrote that down wrong, either just in one or maybe a few. But it seemed like everybody else was there. But yeah,
Hmm.
Dax showed me his message and it stated that it was 10 p.m. So
Lost in translation.
yeah, lost in translation, I guess.
Hey,
Oh
it
well.
happens.
Yeah, well, we don't have a lot of early morning streams, right?
Mm.
Not a lot of people
Good
do
for
that
you.
on the best
Good for
days.
me.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Hey, it is what it is,
Yeah,
right?
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like I said, this lady, I tried to do the stream there on Friday, but I wanted to kind of like let everybody else kind of have their chance, right?
Mm.
And everybody started to post theirs for around the same time after I did, so I just kind of ran it for like 40 minutes, but we touched on it. This monkeypox is just the new thing. I mean, they're already ordering millions of vaccines, right?
This is the
Millions.
big one. This is the big one. You know, this is the big one before they push the massive depopulation. In my opinion.
The first in line. The
Well,
first in line.
Mhm.
they know exactly who's
Mhm.
going to be first in line, and that's the people that still believe their nonsense about COVID.
And if you haven't
Yep.
seen the stuff in London, right, this year, I've only been looking into it last couple of days. Well, I think I found it yesterday. I'm taking a break of editing because my mind's blowing up. It's so strenuous. Anyway, there's loads of random, unprovoked attacks on strangers this year. Tons.
Really?
Yeah, you put unprovoked attacks in UK, and it's a page in 2022. The page is full, absolutely
Hmm.
full. So I'm thinking, you know, there's something more malicious behind this. Like, are these awaking kind of sleeper cell subconscious programs in people's subconscious? Sorry, is it waking up these, you know, like sleeper cells? What's happening? You know, what's going
Well,
on? Just
I
random
think
people being attacked for no reason. Look at it
I think
everywhere in New London.
everybody's been kind of on a short string. You know what I mean? Like
There is that too.
everybody's been isolated. Everybody's it started off in 2019 with everybody not knowing exactly what was going on because we didn't have the actual data, but eventually we started seeing that there wasn't millions of people piled up in the streets dead from a flu, and then they just
Here
kept
we go.
pushing
Sorry to
propaganda.
interrupt. Google the unprovoked Terminator attack, tube attack. The Terminator tube attack. It happened 2
Terminator
days ago.
tube attack.
Yep, the Terminator tube attack. But that's only one in many that's happened this year. Oh, sorry for that. That's happened this year. Yeah. So something's going on, man. Something's not right.
Terminator tube attack.
So that's just the most recent example of what I'm on about. It's pretty big. It's going
What
viral.
about all them knife attacks in London?
It's a bloody machete. Yeah, the Terminator
Dude.
attack's a machete attack.
This guy's got a fucking machete. How's that for a big ass knife?
It is. For no
And
reason,
what?
it's some guy's minding his own business. But I'm going to see his girlfriend. This guy just starts smacking him over the head with a machete for no reason. Doesn't even know him. Never met before ever. And there's loads of this all this year. Loads of it.
Really?
In the UK, yeah. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the country, but that's what I'm getting
Yeah.
over here.
No.
Yeah, and I've only been researching about just over 24 hours. It's ridiculous.
Hmm.
Shit.
Well, I don't. This is all news related, so if I start trying to play this, I'm thinking I'm gonna get the strike. It's all like Sky
Uh,
News and.
Unless
Uh,
if we talk over it, then it's classed as commentary. So if we can talk over it, so people can play in the
Oh.
background.
Or without sound.
But
I don't-
actually, I wouldn't show the video actually. 'Cause
And-
it's like a big, massive machete. It could be classed as violence.
yeah, I want to be careful with that one.
Yeah.
But you guys can all look it up yourselves. I mean,
The Terminator tube attack. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's crazy. It looks crazy to me.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
this monkeypox thing coming out. Isn't that the perfect mask to allow all these little Terminator attacks to rise up in the mask of it all? This pandemic. People just getting killed in their homes.
Honestly, man, like I said, tensions have been high for the last couple of years. We've had, here in Canada alone, we've had 1.5 million fucking businesses close their doors forever, right? That's
So, yeah, it's
4
no
or
different
5
here,
or
man.
6 million people that don't have a job anymore, right? And tensions are high. They're pissed the fuck off. It's
Rightly so.
why the convoys and the protests that have been going around are still going on to this day, right? They're still going on, and of course,
They'll
all
always,
our
they'll,
governments.
they'll always, they'll always
Skippy
go on
Trudeau.
Yeah.
until they've got the military police over. That's
Well,
when
and
it'll end.
that's the thing. Trudeau and his liberal government, they just want to censor everything you put online now. That's why they keep pushing the gun
They're
bans.
drooling. They want this military state, man. They're drooling. That they want it to happen
Of course.
tomorrow. They can't wait for it. And them jumping. You can see these countries jumping the gun and getting too excited, like Canada. They got Trudeau's so infantile. He's got so excitable that everybody's looking at Canada now because he's a retard,
He is a retard, but he's a fucking born
a
dictator.
clever retard, fucking bastard.
Well, he was born into
They
the
all are.
position, right? So he's
Yeah,
a born dictator.
Mhm.
I mean, he's never had to work for anything in his life, and his position was already set. He knew what he was going to do before he ever fucking went to school, right?
Of course,
He was going
man.
to follow in Daddy's footsteps because they're on the in group. But
The
this,
Trudeau
Just like here.
I don't know if Trudeau is as much a useful idiot, but what he's with his funneling of money to the UN and wanting to get a seat on their council, and now they're saying that they want to push new bills and laws in place so that the UN can do lockdown measures or health
Yeah.
measures.
The UK has just signed up to it.
Yeah.
Bastards.
So
We-
you're
we
now
have
looking
no
at a
control now. If the US
now
is
you're
locked
looking
down,
at
the UK's locked down.
yeah,
If
now
we
you're
got-
not only
yeah.
looking at a world police, but you're looking at a world fucking medical police on top of it.
Yep. The UK's
So they
just
snap
joined.
their
One
fingers.
world government.
Yep.
One
Yep.
world government. That's
You-
why
the
they're all
UK's
on board.
Officially in it now, 100% officially. Even though 70% of the country voted out 4 years ago, we're still in it. Actually, we've
Yeah.
gone balls deep in now without a condom.
Well, you've still got what's his name again? The blonde guy.
Boris
What, the fat pig?
Johnson?
Yeah, a manly load in the UK. You guys,
Yeah, that
what's
child
his name?
fucker, fucking Boris.
Boris Yeltsin. There you go.
Boris Johnson, yeah.
Or Johnson. Sorry, Boris Yeltsin was from Russia.
See, I don't care what you call him. He's a
Doesn't matter.
nonce. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you call him.
Same fucking group.
Same bird.
Absolutely.
The guy who
But-
can't comb his hair.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, we've got the fucking liberals in the U.S., which we share borders with, and we've got dictatorship Justin Trudeau here, and I mean, in Australia, you've got, yep, I'll remember their name eventually. Somebody, hey, Dennis, who you guys have got running in Australia now? He'll know.
Illegitimate governments. That's one answer.
Yeah, that's what they all are. But
Yeah.
New Zealand, they have a feminism.
yeah,
A feminist.
Bucktooth. Oh my god.
Albanese. Never heard of that.
Oh, you
Albanese.
guys have a new PM now? Oh. Well, I guess that's been changed. But either way, they're at every corner of the earth in every type of government. Right? Every type of government. As long as
Yeah.
we keep dealing with politicians, it doesn't matter. Like I said, here in Canada, it does not matter who gets in. You're going to end
Yeah.
up with the same fucking agenda.
Yeah, it doesn't
have-
matter who you vote for, the government still gets in.
That's right. They win. It's just a face. That's all it is. It's just faces. That's all that changed. The agenda is still the same.
Bread and
It's be-
circuses for the masses.
Chris,
Yes, brother.
it's because they have been schooled the same places look at the guys in the Danish Parliament. It's they are all the three places they have been taught.
Hmm.
They're all in it.
Yeah. Well, you were saying that the first time we talked, you had mentioned that all of your prime ministers or government officials all go to the same school, and I was like, a Manly Load told me that the other day that that's what they do in the UK, and I
Mhm.
wasn't sure if that was even true, but it's definitely confirmed now, right? That here in Canada, it's the same thing. Most of them all go to the same school. I started looking it up. Sure enough, there's like
Common
two
Yeah.
schools.
purpose. What's it? Do you know what it's called in Canada? 'Cause it's called common purpose in UK. Could be called
I,
because it's owned by the Queen, so it could be the same.
could be the same. I mean, if that's what they're allowing to roll there, it's
Mm.
pretty clear that's what they're doing here. And I
Isn't
mean,
this
sorry, go ahead, Andy.
isn't this part of the World Economic Forum too?
Yes, the
Yes.
World Economic Forum is looking to ramp up their 2030 agenda,
Yeah, Klaus
which
Schwab.
is they have control of everything. So when the UN gets involved, well, they already own the UN, right?
Yep.
So it doesn't matter who gets in. If you transfer power of one nation or 10 to a single group, it doesn't matter which group it is, the World Economic Forum owns them.
Do you
Yep.
think
So
they're using the WHO as like a subsidiary
Yes,
that
Bill
the
Gates does.
health?
I don't see why they wouldn't. That'd be the ones
My
to go for.
understanding, who's part or all part of the same thing. What you'll find is when you look into all these CEOs, they're all part of the same religions and same secret societies and groups, and some of them are, and it gets really dirty and nasty, really does, and them all work in lockstep together. So
Oh, absolutely.
so say for example, they're in their own little factions. So the WHO, they'll put out normal guidelines, and a week later they'll U-turn because the other factions communicated with them and made a deal. So the deal's changed. So now they say another narrative. Same with the 5G aspect. When I was at school, there was all these news articles about mobile phones being really harmful for brain development for children. And 2 years later, there was news articles saying how mobile phones make your brain faster. Does anybody remember that?
No.
I remember that clear as day. So as soon as they make a deal and and we'll start working together, they work in lockstep. That's what's happened. Some of these factions are just working a couple of steps ahead, and so they're
I
just
don't
lacking a bit
doubt
of
that for a
communication. But
second.
they're all working for the same thing.
Yeah.
And I like what Raz said in the Horseman. You know, we got to play it like to make them turn on each other because they will eventually turn on each other and backstab each other, and we got to provoke that and push it quicker
Well, I
so they
mean,
turn on each other.
even if the people turned against their local governments, right? Let's say that was the case, and we had civil war between here and the UK, right?
UK, we're fucked. It's only USA stands a chance with the guns.
Well, the
We're
UK
fucked.
or yeah,
UK's
USA
fucked.
and Canada are pretty much the only ones, right, that are still
Yeah,
armed.
yeah.
And here they're doing everything they can to disarm us. Everything,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But essentially, we do have enough firepower here that we could definitely take over our government. Here's the problem. If we can't convince the people that are in their armies, right, to side with us simply because they took an oath that said that they were here to defend the people,
Yeah.
not the government. If we can't, because I mean, anybody can be bought, right? As far as I'm concerned, everybody that works for the government is already a paid on the
What?
payroll. So
What are police?
yeah, they're,
You
they're
know.
not there to help you. They're there to enforce government rule. We went
Yeah.
over that last week,
Mhm.
right? And as long as they either don't turn on the people that they work for, or they don't just hand in their badges essentially and walk away as it is, um, it's going to be a tough time. You know what I mean?
It is.
We're talking guerrilla warfare and daggers in the back alleys. You know what I mean? It'll be just like Holland when it was under occupation.
Yeah, well,
Right.
what you might witness is a massive media blackout. What will
Well,
happen? Say when it starts happening, it will only be localized within the area it's happening in, and then after time, it'll give time for the media to spin the story, then start reporting it for its own narrative. So it's probably for the first week or two there'll be a massive um, blackout about the subject, a mass censorship until they can spin the narrative.
well, they're
Just like
already
just like
they're
just
already
like
doing mass.
COVID.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
already doing mass censorship and mass fucking
Mm.
blackouts, and you're only really getting whatever agenda they want to push or they're told to push, right?
Mhm.
It really, my God, man, that movie V for Vendetta was way ahead of its time. You know what I
Surely
mean?
was.
Because it's exactly what they predicted was going to be happening, or basically what this
Mm.
movie described happened to lead to them to that point. And
Chris, have you seen the film called 1984?
the 1984 movie, no, I read the book, the George Orwell.
Oh yeah. So the book's better than the movie. So yeah. So you know what? Yeah, that's exactly where we're going. But the only
Oh yeah.
difference is the internet has gave them a state of control they couldn't even imagine when
Well,
they read
that's
that
just
book.
it.
So
It's been spun and used for evil, just like everything else that's made for good, right?
well, Orwell was part of the club, so it was sort of a foretelling of what's going to happen,
Yeah,
pre-predictive programming.
Orwell was a
Hunger Games.
Marxist.
yeah.
Yep. 100%.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even V for Vendetta was based off 1984,
And you
right?
look at you look at Alan Moore. He's into talking to demons and witchcraft and what he calls the thought realm.
Mm.
So he's into all that. So
Yeah.
he's a bit sketchy too.
Here's the one thing I think we really need to start spreading the message of, and that's for people to start waking up, look around at what's happening, look at what these officials are doing, not what they're saying, what they're doing,
Yeah.
and ask yourself, does this look normal? If it does, um, I'd recommend you eat your own gun.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Let's bring it back.
Oh, what? Let's bring Epstein back?
No, let's bring that phrase back. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh,
No.
brother.
So it starts fucking
Surveillance videos
looking at
wasn't functioning for that period of time when he, as they claim, died.
Yeah.
So and
I
and
don't
everything
think
else
he's dead.
worked just fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Really?
I mean, after talking with Eric Zombro about the subway cameras, I mean, I guess it is possible that even that subway attack, the cameras in that area could have been broken. But at the same time, if all
Nah,
the
that's
other ones are
bullshit.
working, that means that they kept up with
Yeah.
the ones that were there as well.
Have you aware of the 7/7 bombing, Chris? In
The
the
what?
train bombings. Are you aware of the 7/7 train bombings in the UK? If you don't know, like the UK is the most surveyed country in the entire world by far. We have the most cameras in this country than any other country, and look how small we are. Right, and on the day of the 7/7 bombings, every single camera was down. What happened at
Yeah.
9/11? Apparently, the Pentagon cameras was down. So it's a
Yeah.
common tactic, they're just players for fools.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
working. They are working.
Hello,
The funny
Mr.
thing-
Angler.
There you go.
Maybe he's having a connection problem too.
Are you guys hearing that?
Here you go.
Hearing what?
Yeah, we do.
What are we hearing? If you're talking about the background static that's really light, that's a Manly Loads.
What is it?
It sounds like
Yeah,
air
it's
race
all-
or something.
It's
Yeah,
the
I know.
5G. It's picking up.
Here, watch. There you go.
There
Gone.
it is.
It's UK internet, man. They're spying on him. Wouldn't doubt
So,
that
oh, you
for
know
a
what? You know
second.
what? Let's activate my. I haven't activated my peer blocker, which is naughty. I normally activate it every time I log on. Let's see what that does.
Yeah, no, I get the same feedback whenever I have Billy on. So,
Oh, do ya?
oh yeah,
Oh, okay. Could be a UK
Yeah.
thing then.
it's a UK thing. It's got to be. Everybody that I've had on from the UK, it's always the same thing. I hear a little bit of like background white noise, static kind of thing.
I bet you any money, I could put my money on that it's the 5G frequencies the microphones are picking up.
Could be,
Any money.
could be. But I mean, we have it here, and I don't think I hear it from our end. But we don't
Well,
have that centralized group. You know what I mean?
Well,
Or
they could
spread
just be
out.
testing. They could be testing the UK, with frequencies because I'm like a fucking antenna with my condition, so I actually feel it when they turn it up and down. So they've been exposed to, and them about there, they've literally just turned it on about 10-20 minutes ago. They turned it on round about 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. every single night.
Possibly. Like I said, I don't know what they do there. I barely know what they do here.
Exactly, we
Like-
don't know, do we?
That's the only upside to turning Canada and the US into a police state is there is a lot of open space where you can fucking hide away and they gotta find you. You know what I mean? Now,
Just
somewhere
watch out
like
for the
the-
future drones, man. Have you seen
Yeah.
those little fucking dogs?
Oh, no,
Little
no, no,
robot
I've s-
dogs that'll be chasing you and shit in the forest.
Dude, I have seen some fucking crazy drones, man, that
Yeah.
people are using right now. And I mean this was government tech 30 years ago.
They'll
They're
have
way
infrared.
ahead of us.
Have you ever seen those helicopters where the TV shows?
You guys know what?
They can
What's up?
shift. They can shift through the 3 phases of visions, and they'll see you through anything. That's what all these robots will have. They'll be able to see you through walls.
Anymore,
Anything.
when I do this, when I try to get into somebody's live stream, it sounds like a loop, like an echo. Like every damn live stream that I try to get into. Like, I don't know if I'm being fucked with or if it's my phone. I know it's not my head. I mean, I'm still sound, but I'm going to drop out because
yeah, you think
Yeah.
that
Oh, that's
it's
bad.
not in your head.
So wait, you hear an
Sorry to hear
echo
that,
like
man.
it just repeats itself?
yeah,
And you're on an Android, right?
yes,
Okay. If you went from YouTube to
It's-
here,
I'm going to drop out. It's starting, now it's starting to fuck with my head.
yeah, if he went from YouTube to StreamYards, there's a good chance that it's still playing in YouTube in the back,
Hmm.
where my iPhone will shut it down, right? It uses the same link.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing with Androids. I don't know, maybe he has a paid account as well, so that'll continue on as, if you close it out or minimize it.
Just
Yeah,
give it a
just
quick,
shut the sound down.
Hmm.
just
yeah,
give
you
it a
basically-
quick internet search. Have a look. Say, I keep hearing myself back audio looping when streaming with audio. That's what I did. When we was on the live last night. Well, it wasn't live. Me, you, Chris.
Oh.
We sorted all
Was.
the problems out and we figured out StreamYard and everything, didn't we? So.
Yeah, no, and thanks for doing that short for me, buddy. Appreciate that.
No worries, man. No worries. I told you, it's easy for me. So.
Yeah, no, it's very difficult for me.
Just give me the timestamp, and then that's most of the effort done. Because most of my effort with editing is finding the interesting parts and cutting out the useless parts. So if you give me the timestamp, then it's just download, cut, paste, done. So.
Oh my guys, we
no
have
worries, it's easy for me. I'm happy to help.
the butthole from Butthole Nation.
Really?
Yes. Well, it's looking like Angler's trying to connect, but it didn't work. Could be just having a connection problem on his end. So, Ghost, are you actually coming in with the other account, or are you just coming in as Butthole? Hello again, Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
Looks like Brandon's still lagging as well.
It'll be good to make remedies after our last encounter. So.
Yeah,
Damn,
you
I
guys
was
get
hoping-
along today.
I was really hoping Brandon
yeah,
would get in
it was,
here.
it was just a falling out and an overreaction on my part. That's all.
Come on, Brandon, get in here.
Oh,
Ah,
no,
damn it.
connection's not working for him tonight.
Damn, I got a Brandon Trueblood story.
Yeah, I got one too. He gets stopped by the cops all the fucking time.
Well, I had the cops out my place last night.
What the fuck are they coming after you for?
There was no power, and the old lady across, about an acre or two away, saw lights in the house. She called the county sheriffs and sent them out.
Oh my god. Jesus.
So I had a Brandon Trueblood moment.
Well, what can I say, man? Those things do happen. And I think we can probably look at it. Most likely it's going to start happening more frequently.
I had to put that clip on mute, otherwise I couldn't edit it. I was laughing too much.
Oh god. Yeah, no, it was good.
I had to wait till I edit it, man, and then we had a good laugh together, man. Oh.
I don't know why you guys always have to mention that because I'm Canadian. Something's like got to be different. It's like, what the fuck, man? We're just people. Believe it or not, we're not that different up here. It's just,
You
I
shake
guess
hands
we have-
after a fight. That's all.
we have better manners, I guess.
Yeah. You shake hands,
Generally.
hug each other, and exchange numbers after a good punch out.
Yeah. Yeah, where I mean, fucking, like, the one altercation that I had in the U.S., I mean, the guy fucking went and told me a huge fucking lie, right? And then got upset at me for him lying. It's like, are you
Yeah.
fucking retarded? You know? Like,
Oh, I saw a clip on BitChute, right? There's it says this is how two Canadians fight, and it's road rage. These two guys get up, start shed each other, and punch each other up. One gets floored. He gets up. He goes, good fight," shake hands and walk off.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you don't see that.
well, I mean, it's different everywhere you go, I suppose.
How
Um,
Canadians fight. I just thought it was funny.
Have you guys ever looked up the four-way stop in Canada video?
Four-way stuff, no.
Yeah. They all stop at the four-way stop, and everybody's fucking like, oh, no, you please, go ahead.
Bang
They
on
do
the
that
street,
for like
man.
20 minutes. Who the fuck is crazy drunk something?
Four-way
It just
stop.
says present or something.
CPD,
Four-way.
No, it'd be CDP.
crazy drunk pedestrian.
Yeah. You know him?
He was in Father Saunders a couple times.
Okay. This guy? What's up?
Oh, not much. Indy, thanks for remembering. Even though I changed my name from CDP Drunk to Crazy Drunk Pedestrian, which is what CDP stand for, I do appreciate you remembering that.
Well, welcome to the stream, sir. How are you?
Peachy, just seeing
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on.
Well, I mean, we're kind of discussing a few things over the week. Like I said, if you got any updates on how things are going or what's being reported on the monkeypox thing in your area, feel free to share because right now, I think we're all just kind of saying the same thing, thinking the same thing, that this is going to be the new COVID. And this time Bill Gates will be involved.
Good lord, that's so level of stupid. I can't hardly stand the last fucking shit that we had to deal with.
Can you imagine doing it again?
Nope, but then again, I'm not interested in going on to vacations on planes either. But the bad thing is in my field, as a technician, I have to go to the airports, and if the airports are wearing masks, that means I got to wear a mask at the fucking airports. So
And never just get Gestapo at the airports, man. They
Oh, yeah.
really are.
Yeah.
No leeway at all, man.
Hey, Angler, how's it going, buddy? Working?
Okay, is there any echo or anything like that?
No, I mean, it sounds normal to me.
I'm wearing headphones. You sound pretty good, but then again, I'm not wearing headphones now, so I can't answer that question without the headphones.
That about damn time. Okay.
Well, we had Eric pop in for a second, but it looks like he disconnected again.
Oh,
Pop
True
in
Blood?
anytime. No, Eric Zombro.
Ah,
One of
easy.
our regulars. But yeah, no, like I said, man, I think everybody's kind of all on the same card here. Well, if you have two brain cells to rub together, that this new, even harder to transmit fucking virus is going to become the new COVID here. I mean, like I said, when they announced that the U.S. bought 4 million fucking doses of the vaccine for the monkeypox.
Here it goes again.
Here
Either
it
I
goes.
have the monkeypox or my phone has the monkeypox. I don't know what to do.
Well, Angler, are you in Shinobi One's Discord? You are, right?
I just joined Discord from what I could hear.
So what I can do is I can copy the link and put it in Discord.
Everything's blending together. I'm going to drop out, boys. Everything's blending. So
Okay. Oh well. So yeah, what
We'll
are your
fix it.
thoughts, Crazy?
I don't give a shit about monkeypox. I have not fucking paid attention to monkeypox.
Oh,
personally.
Guess what? All of the symptoms are exactly the same as.
Other than the outbreak of the actual like bumps, I'd have to say it's like everything
well,
else.
Illness begins with fever, headache, muscle aches, backache, swollen lymph nodes, chills, and exhaustion. That is ABC, every single symptom of radiation pneumonitis.
That's a symptom of a lot of things.
If I could pick up your accent, I would take all those things. Fuck it.
Just
Have them all.
sounds like a hangover to me.
Yes. but then again, most of COVID sounded like a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
King of the
Indy, I'm
world.
just started. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm on
like-
my first glass of meat, so no. Can't be drunk.
The rapture's coming soon, lads.
Yeah, in terms of COVID, I can tell you straight up, I never took a break. When everybody else was on, work leave and bullshit, I was one of the essential workers that had to work, and I can tell you straight up, I did the bare minimum to protect myself, and I don't fucking know if I picked it up or not ever. But I can tell you that a coworker picked it up, and I didn't get it from him, and that's all I know. I've never picked up, and I didn't fucking try really hard. The bad thing is, I did go through the extent because my mom's a bitch, and took a JJ shot, and that was the only shot I ever took.
Oh no, you got a Fauci ouchie.
Wow,
You're
I've never heard that
unclean
one
now.
before.
Yep,
You're unclean.
yep,
Yeah,
we are unclean.
Yeah, at least I didn't take the mRNA shot though.
Ooh.
The JJ shot is a traditional made vaccine.
That's good.
Okay.
So you've got no graphene in you. That's good.
Brother,
I don't know
Putin
about
lost
that,
kidney.
but that's what the fucking shit is supposed to be, is traditional made. So it's not the mRNA bullshit.
I thought they were all that.
No,
we're
not.
No.
No, not
Not all. Not all.
Not all. Okay. Well, that's
Not
good
all.
to know. Maybe you're not as unclean as we thought.
Or fucked. I'm
Yeah.
Asian though, so this vaccine was probably worthless to me because I was already immune. Because China made this bullshit to probably kill all the white guys, so I'm half white, so it's only half killed me.
Well, they the U.S. does say that they want a fucking, browns only world, right? Except for them, of course.
Sure.
So
Until
that's
there's
their
Thai
side.
people, all the little tiny Asian girls.
All I gotta do
So,
is spread
hey,
I
malaria.
want to
everywhere.
fuck them too. I don't blame you.
Sorry, Putin. What were you gonna say?
No, I was kind of curious what you guys thought or thoughts were on Novavax.
On what?
Is that it?
Novak?
No, it's called Novavax. It's a traditional bacterial response. It's not mRNA development. It's something which that it's basically like the same thing that we would have with chickenpox. We would take less virulent strains, and then we would inject them, and you have an antibody response. So it's
Mhm.
much less involved in what the mRNA vaccines are.
Well, the only thing I understand about the whole vaccine shit and what we're dealing with COVID is we're dealing with a virus, and like chicken pox and other things. Aside from that, when we have a vaccine for those things, they are legitimate vaccines because they are not viruses, and so they don't change, they don't adapt, they don't mutate.
Mutate. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this stuff is not new, right? Like I said, most people never heard of COVID fucking 18 or anything else, so they just assume that this was this new virus, right?
Moderna has.
Well, what
Yeah,
pisses me off is the word COVID. Like COVID and colds are like hand in hand. So like,
Correct. Yeah.
so all COVIDs and all that shit, it's a cold. It's a fucking cold.
Yeah,
Virus.
but they blew it up and pushed the propaganda, and enough stupid people were willing to buy it.
Exactly.
And that's all that's all this was, guys. This was a head count.
Well,
How many
here's an
dumb
inter-
motherfuckers do we have so that we can enslave the ones that aren't? They all go together, right? You don't need the majority, you just need enough.
Oh, yeah,
Well, and Chris, like coming from I've got 25 years in the population health contracting health insurance industry. What has taken place since 2019, man? The hospital systems have made bank, and the AMA is one of the heavily most lobbied organizations. They have taken where, all right, so if you came in with, there are GRG payment groupings of which that if you came in with a diagnosis of pneumonia, you would have a 2-day inpatient stay paid by CMS, and there are different formulas in which that adjust that based on, is it a teaching hospital, is it a high urban center, is it there are a number of adjustments, but basically on average $5,200 for that 2-day stay for a pneumonia, right? If you came in
$5,200
for a 2-day stay, so meaning that if you were a good hospital and you could get that patient stabilized, got them on the right drug regime, and it could be like, they need an inhaler regimen, but it could be done outpatient. You get them out, you make money. If they're there for 4 days, you're going to lose money. With COVID,
I don't want to be a ball buster. My dad had pneumonia right around the time this shit started. Thank God he survived it. So $5,200 is pretty cheap because he survived. So, and he had also a lung cancer, so he had multiple things going against him. So he had a high chance of dying by it. At the same time, this COVID shit, I don't know if he tested positive for it or not during the entire time that happened. I don't think he did. So,
all right. So
So
I'm not saying there's an incentive. That is my position.
I hear you there.
If you came in with pneumonia, you would have roughly $5,200, depending on geography, teaching, nursing, a lot of different CMS, variables to that. But if you came with COVID, it was about double that. If you became intubated, it was about $30,000 for that. If you died from COVID, there was a bump up from that as well. So one of my largest hospital systems that covered about 120,000 for Medicare Advantage went from a medical loss ratio of 94% to 81% within 18 months. And if basically like the inverse of like if you're losing, like your medical loss ratio goes down, you're making bank. Huge amounts of money were transferred because it was never acknowledged of which that did they come in that as a result of COVID. It's like the PCR tests there's so much. Anyway, I get very I'm very, very upset with this because I don't think that the taxpayer understands in which that when you have this kind of money that's going out from CMS, Medicare that you all pay into to private insurers, Medicare Advantage companies that are making very good money. Now they do take high risk. So, and working from them, I'm like, I think we have value because if without us, dude, you're not going to see like, an 8 to 9% inflation rate for healthcare. You're going to see more like 15, 20% and probably not going to have better outcomes. Anyway, I'll shut up, but it's like once you see it, kind of like MGTOW or Red Pill or Female Nature, hypergamy, it's very difficult to unsee it. And the amount of money that hospital systems have made because of diagnosis for this, and it's just, people wonder about like the SS, trust fund. If Medicare funds that as well, which, there's a correlation that there is an interaction between those two. It's what's taken place in the last 2.5 years. It's either we go socialistic healthcare, NIH, Canada, or I look at it like if we continue this with monkeypox, with whatever anyway, I been drinking. I'm very animated. I just if I saw it literally, like once you see it, you realize that healthcare insurance, your employer, Medicare does not care about you.
Oh, we knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that. Shit.
You're a monetary opportunity. If you if you present with certain diagnosis codes, you have a longer GRG, diagnostic related grouping payment, and they're like, yeah, that's great. That pays us more money. Anyway, it's very difficult to work in this industry where you want to have things to work out better, but when you see the monetary aspect behind it, and you see where with like the PCR testing that was essentially halved when Biden came into office, because if you have that greater reoccurrence of PCR testing, you're going to have a greater reoccurrence of false positives, right? And the standard was 39 to 45. When miraculously, when Biden came in, that was about halved. Why? And I don't know, it sounds like, a couple of you guys like understand what I'm saying. Like when the PCR tester that created the PCR testing system said, yeah, it was never designed, and it can be inappropriately utilized to achieve the outcome.
Yep, I heard about that.
Yeah, because all they do is cycles of it, right?
Yeah. And
exactly. The more cycles, the more fault.
Yeah, they can wind it up to create a false positive.
Yeah, if you go over a certain amount of cycles, all you're doing is basically promoting the culture to thrive more, which will give you a false positive if you go high enough.
Yeah, it was like something like 32 to 39, and then above 39 to like 40 plus, and then somewhere along there it was more positive. It was fucked up like that.
Yep.
Well, and I mean, as somebody on the inside of medical insurance, especially with claims, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I know you're in the U.S., but in the U.S. and in Canada, it was the same fucking thing. If you were going to a hospital, they were going to diagnose you with COVID. If you died in a fucking motorcycle accident, they're going to say you died with COVID.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
My neighbor died with terminal cancer. Okay,
A
he
few
came
people
home.
in the UK have have sued the hospitals to get the death certificates changed.
Yeah,
A
well,
few families have done that.
he was in the hospital with terminal cancer, and for the last 4 months of his life, they were saying that, well, he didn't know he was going to live 4 months, but they were saying his family can't come visit him. Nobody can come visit him because of COVID. So he was like, then I'm checking myself out and I'm going to go home and I'll die with my family. That was
Yeah.
his choice. They let him go. He died
Good.
4 months later. The ambulance showed up to pick up the body, and they would not take his body until his wife signed the papers stating that he died with COVID.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Well,
God.
and Chris, remember back in like early 2000, where I would say like maybe May, June 2020, where there was a young man that a motorcycle accident, and he died obviously from being thrown from his motorcycle, right? But he had COVID.
Yep.
And it got such press where even when they went back 3 or 4 months later and said, "Did you scrub this from the database for your state COVID?" and they still hadn't.
No.
Well,
there-
obviously, COVID was the reason he had the accident in the first place. Pooping. God.
Yeah. Here in
Right.
Canada, when they started getting funding based on what they did for each COVID positive patient, right? Everybody had COVID. Everybody.
Mhm.
If you went to a hospital, they marked you down as COVID positive. Didn't matter.
Yeah, and even if they didn't, like my sister had a child during the pandemic, and she didn't have COVID, nothing. Yet no one could see her for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
Well, I mean, here, like I said, they were there. There was a report that came out with the claim stating that they were over-reporting their positive tests, and it
Yep.
was to funnel money to their hospital. Right?
Can't blame him for that, but it's
Okay.
bullshit policies.
Here's the thing: that came up, was talked about for a weekend, then disappeared.
Memory hold. Yep. Hey, yeah, Chris. So I work for one of the Fortune 50 healthcare companies here in the U.S.
Right?
There, and I manage about 136, 145,000 Medicare Advantage. They are the elderly population. Once they qualify past 65 in our states, right? So they're a little bit more of a population that, truly, if you manage them well, you get great benefits and returns.
Mhm.
There was such an incentive for hospitals to diagnose our members for COVID, even though that the average, even by the own CDC data, the average comorbidity death, meaning that you have COPD, you've got CHF, congestive heart failure, you've got diabetes, you are a not healthy member or population or person at all. And the average that over 70% have 4 more comorbidities than a normal person. That's huge. That's
That
like
doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
that's
you know
huge.
what?
And yet we paid for that. It's like going, honey, go out and gorge yourself and become like type 2 diabetic in your mid 50s, and we will pay you for your stint in the hospital. I mean, I literally look at it like, as a working taxpayer, I go, there is no worse way that we could have incentivized prevention, early detection, diagnosis, and appropriate reimbursement for those high risk groups. But we did the exact opposite. We basically incentivize hospitals to go, game our system, CMS, have the taxpayer pay you more for those that are on Medicare, because people are like, oh well, it's on Medicare, like, oh well, that's a separate fund. No, you're paying that into it, and you will be paid based on what those statistician models are. Anyway, sorry, I got ramped up from a previous conversation, but I just
That's
feel
cool,
like,
man. I mean, it's nice to know somebody inside that system. You know what I mean? Like a lot of it, as I stated about many things, right? They're just speculations for us. It's like when I talk with Eric Stombro about how the police force works. right? It's not stuff we didn't believe was going on, but until we had somebody on the inside, it was just speculation. You know what I mean? Now we have confirmation, and confirmation is
Yeah, I
something
wasn't
you can put on
surprised
the
at all,
table.
unfortunately. Um, these people want to kill us before we're even born, so kill us when we're old or obese and shit. Not surprised. Sorry.
Yeah, no, like I said, this whole system, every bit of it was all a part of conditioning and getting us prepared so that when they do their next step of control measures, whether it be changing laws, so that people can be picked up for next to nothing or nothing based on suspicion alone. Well, what counts as suspicion, right? Well, now you get into a gray area where you can't deny it nor prove it. With the UN possibly taking over lockdowns, right, and medical conditions for
Well,
every country.
Yeah, like the
Dude.
WHO, not necessarily the UN, but yeah, if the US concedes, their healthcare
China.
regulatory, yeah, exactly. Trudeau, I mean, this guy's not even a friggin' epidemiologist, physician. No, he's got a doctorate, but he's not a frig. Oh, it pisses people are like, oh, but the WHO, the
Yeah,
CDC.
dude.
Oh, dude,
In the,
I
in
just
the UK, we had someone called Sage who was advising the government on COVID guidelines, what they should do. And Sage is a psychological organisation, nothing to do with medicine. or
Well, it's
anything at all.
Manly. It's like that 40 million that they just approved to send to Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people hear that, they believe that they're sending 40 million or 40 billion dollars to Ukraine.
48.
48 billion.
Fucking yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard it was 40, but okay. Either way, people think, oh, they're going to send $40 billion to Ukraine. No. Look at what's in the fucking bill itself. There's 16 million for an organization that has nothing to do with fucking anything.
Mm-hmm.
There is a list that's $36 billion long, and it's all for branches of the government in the U.S. to funnel money to them for nothing.
Does not
They don't
surprise
have
me.
anything to do with fucking anything when it comes to international reach outs to other countries or war relief efforts or humanitarian aid. These
Same how
branches do
charities work,
nothing.
bro. It's just
What's
a bigger
that?
scale. It's the same how charities work, but on a larger scale.
Yeah,
'Cause they
well,
they funnel all the money to their CEOs, don't they?
that's right. That's why like the highest paid people work for nonprofit fucking organizations.
Mm-hmm.
BLM being the
Absolutely.
latest one.
Quote unquote, yeah.
Yeah, look at how BLM fucking spent their money. They funneled money to somebody's fucking brother-in-law for $900,000 worth
Yeah.
of fucking security.
Give
Right.
security now. Come on.
And mansions.
Yeah, and mansions, but they
So
also
whack
the
paid
dog.
some of them.
And 2.3 million to their marketing director, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody to do up fucking banners and fucking host events or to plan events. Like, dude, you want to know where? Like, even these charities that we know, and I've stated this with Manley and the other guys a few times. UNICEF is the big one here, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We've all heard of like Hands Across the World, Amnesty International, other
Sally
Red Cross.
Struthers.
Yeah, Red Cross, Salvation Army, things like
Red
that.
Cross is bullshit. I'm a technician. I can tell you, I have to fix their refrigeration equipment, and those motherfuckers are lazier than fuck when it comes to replacing their old ass shit.
Yeah.
It needs
Well,
to get
here's-
replaced.
Here's the thing. Me and the Manley kind of did a base guess on the numbers of what they take in every year, right? 10 cents of every fucking dollar they take in will ever go towards anything really regarding helping a group of people anywhere. The rest of it will either go to their own pockets by being funneled for whatever reason they come up with, or it sits in their bank account for what they call future emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So as
their
long as
future
there's-
emergencies, as I've been in the company for 14 years, the refrigeration equipment is retard old, and it's still going, and they haven't fixed it. And you would think, hey,
So
the
what do they
equipment
use
that
this
keeps their
for?
blood cold should be probably top priority. Nope.
And this is the Red Cross, their actual blood drives, blood banks.
Red Cross, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about actual like these organizations that take in donations, for the poor African children or the poor fucking Ethiopian children.
Let's not get started with like open door mission. That's a whole different ballgame.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
Some of
Um,
the charities are child traffickers as well.
Dude, I honestly don't put anything past these people. Okay.
Yep, no doubt.
You have taken the
100%.
goodwill of the people, right? You have taken the needs of somebody who is in fucking like serious dire straits, and you have used it to basically steal people's money.
Yeah.
You're going straight to fucking hell. This is the only reason that I want there to be a hell.
Yep.
Okay? I'm going too, motherfucker. But as long as
So
that
am I.
those
Fuck it.
bastards are- yeah, as long as they're roasting with me, it's all good.
Well, and,
Yeah.
and like Chris, like even like organizations like Charity Watch, how do you know that they're not compromised, right?
I don't trust anyone.
Well, and Charity
You
Watch
start with the
is,
assumption that everybody is already compromised. That's common sense at this point.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Well, you
So
can't
there you
help
go.
but even if you have organizations, right, that are outside your community, let's say they're even like countrywide but not international or something. At this point, you can't even trust that they're not fucking doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust my church, right? If I were to give $100
Go to
bucks,
church.
no, I don't go to church, but I'm just saying, if I were to donate a shitload of money or very little bit of money to a church, and I understand they have bills that they have to pay too, like they have to pay a rent on a building most likely, they have to pay for their power and heating and all that. Understandable. But if you were talking one of these bigger churches that took in, say, $4,000 or $5,000 every week, right? Which is not hard. Even if you said $4,000 or $5,000 every month, it's not hard, right? These churches generally end up pocketing the whole fucking thing, or
Not
at
even
the
the
very
churches,
least,
sometimes the pastor, sometimes
Yeah,
just
the
a
pastor.
few ahead. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
they just do. What's that
You're
famous
talking-
one who got pinned up on live television by a news reporter saying, like, you spent all the income on this private plane? It was, well,
Oh,
God sent me
okay.
this private plane. Oh, God.
those are
I thought it was a chick.
What do they
Wasn't it
call
a
it?
chick?
no, it was
Chick
the
interviewed
dudes.
him, yeah.
Yeah, the chick
The
interviewed.
chick
him, yeah.
interviewed him, yeah.
They
Gotcha.
are what they call prophet ministers or something like that. Faith, so whatever.
False prophets.
Well, they're all false prophets.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
these
yeah.
people are nothing. And here is the prime example. These people do nothing but target people's faith and goodwill for money. They do nothing to help anyone outside of that, other than feeding their belief system that a miracle could happen. And we have seen this where people have donated tons of money to try to save their child's life, right? By fucking taking him to a minister. And when the child died, they were still willing to fucking give more. It's a psychological thing. They want to believe. And these fucking profiteering faith ministers or whatever the fuck they call, they're the worst people on the earth. These mega churches that rake in billions of tax-free dollars every fucking year from hardworking
100.
citizens. I mean, I've met a woman who was a wonderful woman. Like, I loved her to death. She was like a mother to me. She would always send in $14 every month to a church as a tithe, right? And she was like, even if I was starving, I'd still send in my tithe. I was like, lady, you're not in the best situation right now. Why the fuck are you sending them anything at all? As the church, they should be helping you, right? Oh, apparently I got this all backwards. All
Well, actually, I caught in on the back half of this whole information, so because I was taking a leak. But yeah, you're right. If you're donating to the church all the time, if you need help, the church can help you out if you are a person who does donate all the damn time.
Yeah.
But
They're
I,
supposed to be there. The church was the fucking center of the community at one
It
time.
used to be a place of healing. You know,
It used to be a-
social, physical, spiritual healing, a lot.
There are still laws in our governments that separates the church from even the fucking authorities. In our books today, stating that, hey, if somebody, goes to a church for whatever reason looking for sanctuary, you as a law enforcement officer cannot fucking touch them. You can't enter the building and take them out. And that minister is now obligated to help them. That's still laws, guys. These are still laws in our fucking Western world right now. But they don't have a problem going in here in Canada anyway. They don't have a problem going in and fucking pulling the minister out and arresting him for having his church open now,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
that was some douchey shit. That's no doubt.
You got loads of videos on BitChute of priests calling police demons and get out kind of thing, and they'll
That's
come
our
up with
guy.
a SWAT team and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Arthur Pawlowski or whatever. He was the one telling them, "Get out, you Nazi Gestapos," and that's what they are. They are
And it is-
absolutely Nazi Gestapo.
I
Fucking
think that's the
Bradford.
saddest thing is the fucking cops are upholding bullshit like that. They
Yeah.
should fucking step down and get the fuck out.
It's disheartening.
Because
man.
here in America, I swear to God, you get to that level and you're asking for everybody who has an audacity to have a weapon to use it and create a situation where you're at risk. And I don't know why anybody would put their own lives at risk for a bullshit law.
Yeah, but see, that's just
amazes
it.
me as well. It amazes me. 'Cause
This new
police-
world
so-
order.
Sign up to be a police. You are putting your life on the line as it is with crime, and now
Hey,
you're
man.
adding an extra stipulation onto it. I mean, you not got pay rise, have you? No.
We have had Eric Zombro on here a few times, and we'll probably have him on here a few more, whether you like it or not. He's put down the details of how corrupt the police system is. They are no different than
I was there. I think,
family
yeah.
courts, social services, fucking charities. They're all in it the same way. They are all trying to funnel money into their organization while you pay the fucking price with your freedom and your liberties. And that's the end of it.
I
You
swear
don't
to God,
have-
the mask, you fucking, you start your own cult, I'll join you. I don't give a fuck.
What do you mean? I'm going for emperor.
I said the mask. I wasn't talking to you, Chris.
I had a massive, my own cult.
Oh, Manly? No.
Manly.
you-
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking English accent just, makes me weak as fuck? Like, you know what? I trust
Oh,
this
thank you.
motherfucker.
Man.
I don't know why, I just do.
he's
Oh, you're
started.
making me blush.
He's charming as fuck. What can I tell you?
That,
I've got a
that's why
red
we need
face
to
now.
ban English people from TV. Because
Fucking Boondock Saint motherfucker all over again.
Oh, that's greatest movie. It was a firefight.
I might start reading out more poetry.
there you go. Well, as long as you're preaching for the glory of the
I
empire,
thieve my lore for
all
thieves.
good. But yeah, no, like I said, we absolutely, and I've stated this again and again, we absolutely have no other option but full on civil war to get our rights back.
Not exactly.
What else you got?
Well,
Look.
we're at our level right now. We're not, Canada. You're Canada. In America, we have the grassroots. Unfortunately, we can't take the higher up situation right now. Absolutely not. We can't take senator seats. We'd have a hard time taking House seats. But what we can do is everything else. We can take that shit.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But
We'll
in the
wait-
higher
we'll wait
ups,
here.
it's fine. But the House, the Senate, the fucking presidential shit, that's going to be a fucking fight, a long-term fight. The short-term fight is anybody in your local councils, your local school boards, all that shit,
100.
that's all in play. All of it.
He could be more right there. You don't know how right he is with that statement.
So
In the
you think
the
we can
UK.
take back? You think you can take back the U.S. just with your votes alone, eh?
Well, not on the votes alone, but you have to start on the bottom, and you got to take the bottom first. And like California, I don't know how the fuck you would take California back. I think the vote system over there is so fucked that we couldn't take it back if we wanted to. But everywhere else, like the systems that are in place, they have to be enforced by something. They have to be enforced by sheriffs. You can vote the sheriffs in. The governors, you can vote the governors in. All that shit.
Yep.
It's just that you can't fucking get like the House votes in, and you can't get the senators in, and you gotta fucking secure the voting apparatus first. So,
So how long is your idea going to take?
no fucking idea, dude. I have no idea.
Very-
All I know is I haven't lost hope. Chris, I listened to the Salty Cracker, so Ree, motherfucker, you bigot. And
You
I
forget
love that
your
guy.
rhinos.
and
Follow him on Odyssey.
so I haven't completely given up. Let's just say that, Chris. I don't know what the
And you know what? That's fine, brother. If you want to have hope in this whole situation and the idea that democracy still works in the Western
It's not
world,
democracy. It's a representative republic.
Republic. Yeah.
well, whatever. If you think the republic still works, by all means. I mean, keep
You
doing what
fight
you're doing.
that
It
until
can't hurt, right?
you fight until that's not an option anymore, bud.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And when that's not an option then what you're talking about is absolutely correct. That's what's next.
I see
Wait
it
till-
as already being next. Go ahead.
I like-
Andy.
Wait till the
I
midterms.
Yeah,
Wait
I
till
just
the
like-
midterms in the U.S.
Ooh, fucking, that's gonna be exciting. That's fireworks, man.
I love
I mean,
a rhino.
I know I can't say anything about the ice
Get
cream
your blunts
social,
out, man.
right? But there's no way in hell anybody fucking pulled that one off without it being a stolen thing.
Right.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Watch these
And-
midterms coming up.
Yeah. With
Just a
midterms coming,
Just to
you're
follow
just going to
on
see
Oz-
more of the same.
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that's what concerns me too.
and Chris, my fear is that once those midterms come out, and it's like literally declarative, like very like adamant, like this is where the country wants to go. I think you're going to see such a backlash from the deep state. Like it's going to make January 6th protesters go, hold my beer.
Ooh.
Like this
That's
is
also
easy.
my concern too.
It's
No
already
doubt.
been done in UK, man. If we get caught on the way to a protest, if they suspect us, they can instantly stop and search us. And if they fabricate any evidence to say that we're a ringleader or any influencer, instant year in jail.
Unbelievable.
That's
No,
that was in power last
No,
week.
no, here's the thing. Biden would like to do the exact same thing. Justin Trudeau is already in the process of doing the exact same thing.
Mhm.
What is the difference between the UK right now, America, and Canada?
Not much.
They're
Not a
next.
lot.
That's
People
it.
who are willing to get fucking nasty. That's the question.
There you go. When
Well,
are you going to
and-
stand
and-
up and say enough's
And
enough?
who has guns to do that? Yes.
America,
Mhm.
exactly, yeah.
I lost
We need
all
to
mine
get
in a
guns.
boating accident.
Right.
I lost mine in a boating accident too.
Yeah, one guy lost his while the ice was on fire. It was amazing.
I donated all mine to the ladies that want to go and get their like gun permits. I'm like, I'm going to give these to you for free.
Oh, that was nice. of
And
you.
I know.
Guns
right?
for
I felt-
girls?
A gun for the girls. Yes.
Oh, I love
and
that.
yeah, right.
It's amazing.
Fifty
You're so
careful, though.
progressive.
I was so proud.
So progressive. You're like with it, dude.
Dude, I am like, I was like,
I gave all mine to Alex Baldwin.
Oh.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. I shouldn't have laughed at that. That poor woman. That was right.
What a worthless douchebag.
Yeah, I agree. Fully agree. But yeah, no, that was not funny for me to laugh at. I apologize.
so speaking of incompetent women, Chris, have you guys talked about?
Hey, who
You-
said Alec was a woman?
Who
No,
said
the
he
woman
isn't?
that died.
I'm not a biologist, so you're right.
Oh,
How
yeah,
dare me? Dare me for presuming? You know, just
My
makes
bad.
the ass out of you and me. You know,
Dude, you're gonna get me kicked
So-
off YouTube for not doing things right when you assume people's genders.
Well, it's okay, Chris. 'Cause, like, YouTube clearly sees my list, and that gets me validation right there alone. Because I'm with you, right?
Okay. Guns for girls, yay!
Guns for girls, right? 40s
I've
are
got
like,
sign up to, was it Belle Delphine's OnlyFans?
Oh god,
Buy some bathwater.
buy some bathwater. Buy some bathwater. Oh
shit.
Yeah. If you guys feel like donating to the Empire, I have put the link for the PayPal up for a few minutes. Not a requirement, because just having you guys here is amazing. And
Hey,
Sorry.
Chris.
People at one point.
Hey, Chris. So I've
sir.
not been on like YouTube watching all the Manosphere channels. How's Dak doing?
Dak is doing well. Doing well. Yeah.
Good. So the prescription or the cost for that was covered. Or at least that's what I saw, but I haven't really watched much since I saw like, hey, he's good.
We got it's just my channel, dude, and I mean, a few of the same people that follow Dax are also over here, right? Mm-hmm. And we managed to raise the $800 that he needed for the medication in less than 3 hours.
Wow. Excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Big applause. I don't have any sound effects, so you're fucked there.
Unfortunately, I missed that stream, but that's so heartwarming to know that's, what the Manosphere can conjure up and come together and unite and do something for each other. It's so heartwarming that, it's definitely a step in the right direction, for sure.
Absolutely. Anyway. I mean, we can donate to these big charities and organizations all we want.
And we don't know where it's going to, but I mean, Dax is like, dude, I mean, like, you only have to spend like maybe 2 or 3 streams with him going, wow, that guy is like the epitome of like who is a good dude. Of course, he's been taken advantage of, as we all have, or most have.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
No, never married. Well, you got lucky.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was so blue pilled that it cock blocked myself. It was it was a man's balls.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys. Let's save up some money and get him a hooker.
I'm not saying I never got laid, but
no, but you deserve something. Your reward
the 2 chicks or the 3 times I got laid wasn't worth it.
Eric, are you talking about the foundations that do the nonprofit donations thing? Yeah, if that's what
I'm sure he is.
Then it doesn't get there. It really doesn't. Like I said, guys, that stuff all goes to their bank accounts. But now, knowing these pastors like Arthur Pawlowski, right? I mean, he was shut down and jailed 5 fucking times for trying to keep his church open and feeding the homeless. Okay, I would absolutely go slap a fucking $1,000 down on his desk if I had it, because I know where it's going. It's going to the good cause. Taking it and giving it to fucking UNICEF or the Red Cross or something like that. I mean, Red Cross might get a bit of a slide, but the rest of them, no, never again. They got their last donation from me. Never again. They do nothing. Where are the results? I mean, all the money they have taken in over like 30, 40 fucking years, and you mean to tell me that not one place in Ethiopia is any better? Nobody said you had to cure the whole country. Start with one fucking village. And putting in a water pump don't cost $80 billion. I'm sorry.
It reminds me of that village in India. You ever hear about it?
Which one?
Oh, I can't give you a name. Basically, what happened was there's this one dude. He spent like fucking 60 years, probably, I'm guessing, of his life to knock down a mountain.
Wow.
So he can make a road. In other words, it was like fucking 5 miles around to get to the fucking city from the other side. He knocked down a mountain like 20 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did a job for a couple of missionaries. They were over in Africa for like fucking 15 years, right? An elderly couple. When they retired, they went to Africa for 15 years and they just came back, bought this house, and I was doing like the drywalling and painting and everything for them, right? They told me stories. They built a whole fucking village, man, like a mud hut, fucking grassroots kind of roof kind of buildings. They got it pretty much like 90% done and it all burned down. So they had to start all over again. But either way, they were doing something, right? And they did it with no funding from any bigger organization that's, worldwide taking in donations. Those people never fucking showed up, plain and simple, right? Because they're too busy taking your money, putting it in their pockets,
Making wine rooms.
and at the best, they will go there, spend the money to go there to make a new video so that they have,
To get more money.
I hate
an
fucking
updated
wine
version.
rooms.
I don't have any wine rooms.
Well, that's what I've noticed. Fucking wine rooms is my biggest bitch ever because rich motherfuckers want wine rooms for some reason. It is the most stupid, worthless thing they can put anywhere.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't see the fascination. It's some kind of like royalty kind of thing in it. Like Rome's, they was all big on wine and all that kind of.
It's a status. I mean, you might
Yeah.
as well own a Lamborghini. There's no reason to fucking own a wine room.
Yeah.
Fucking retarded.
I just don't get it myself, but you know what? I don't have that kind of money, so I won't have to worry about it for a long time.
If I had
I'm-
that kind of money, which I'm not very far from being that guy because I don't have any financial problems. Yeah, I'm not going to be buying a fucking wine room. I'm going to fucking either invest in a vehicle better than the one I already got, and then I'm going to fucking maybe have a secondary winter home or something. I'm not going to do what they do with their stupid fucking money.
Yeah, actually, and I've got to agree with what Brandon was saying here. The Salvation Army used to be a good thing. Now they're one of the
Yes.
biggest fucking landholders out there. The biggest landholders out there. And guess what? For the people that they have in houses that were donated to them, and I know this firsthand from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, they had a lot of nice old Victorian style houses that were donated to them.
Hey,
And
those are slave houses, aren't they?
they might have been, but
A slave
were
as
nice.
fuck.
nice houses, right? And
Unless
the
you're
land-
black. And apparently you shouldn't take them because you're fucking... they're slave homes. They're Victorians.
They got the house for free and the land and under it, and all they had to do was pay for the property tax and
They
transfer.
better not
right?
have a master bedroom.
Well, here's the thing. They don't pay property tax because they're a fucking charity. They put people in these places, and for every person they house, right, they are now getting a slice of the pie from the government as well. So it's another federally backed fucking organization. And I met a girl on the bus, and I don't know how valid her stories were, but
You were on the bus.
yeah, I took a bus right across the U.S.
Oh.
and
Ooh.
she told me she worked for them, and they were fucking getting people in off the street, just picking them up, right? Saying that they were going to take them to this shelter, and they would get them registered, get them signed up, get them on some kind of fucking head meds, start fucking with their way of thinking, and then they became permanent residents. And guess what? They got paid by permanent resident.
I was going to say, where's the money?
Permanent resident plus they're on scripts. Not that they needed them. I mean, some people did need them because they were, because they shut down the mental hospitals. They were basically out on the streets, right?
Right.
But they were pumping them full of drugs, even the ones that were perfectly sane, but just were down and out. They would start pumping them full of drugs too. Then once they become, oh well, they need these drugs now, they also get a cut for that, right? The pharmaceutical company most likely gave them a cut too, and then they got to have them as a permanent residence. And I've been told stories, guys, that the fucking conditions these men are living in, right, is just absolutely appalling. Like, absolutely appalling. They just stack them like chickens. It's
Who's
fucking
shocked?
gross. I was shocked then. I was still blue pilled then. I ain't shocked anymore. Just I don't know, man. Like, how can you say we're becoming a more civilized society when this is our behaviors that we're allowing to happen?
Yeah, we gotta have like people like Indy taken care of. No shit.
Yeah, but there's no fixing this, man. Like, you have hope for, taking the corruption out of these organizations.
Slight hope, slight.
Slight hope. Okay.
It's not a lot. It's the only path left.
Wait a minute, what'd I do? I just got back from the wine cellar.
Oh.
Ah,
Did
I
you
was
get
saying
a
we gotta
nice
take care of
Chardonnay?
you old motherfucker.
Was it chili enough? Was the cellar chili enough?
What the
Well,
what?
the 1963 Chardonnay's a little bit warm, but it's not the best year. So
Nah.
Why didn't you go
I'll
with
take
one of
it.
the finer vintages? I mean, we're having a special celebration here, man.
that's a
You
strong
know-
motherfucker.
My favorite wine, my mom makes it. It's fucking homegrown, completely organic. It'll be made of Asian
Ooh,
pear or
beautiful.
regular pear or fucking peaches. Her fucking wine is all
Lovely.
organic, and that's all there is to it. And it's
Lovely.
usually aged at least 5 years because that's. It seems like before that it does taste like shit. And 5 year organic wine made by my mother is good. I love it, and I did not know that until like this year, a couple months ago.
Well, my kid's grandmother, they make it every year, and it's so strong it should be labeled as like a fucking rum.
Oh, that was my favorite. My mom made a fucking plum wine, and you have to put a lot of sugar in that shit because there's so much bitterness in it.
Yeah.
And my brother's like, hell, I want to put it on my pancakes because it's so sweet, but but get you drunk.
Just get you all fucked right up.
Oh, good shit. Fucking good bullshit from my brother.
Well, it's like I said, man. The wine thing I'm not into, but
Me
I don't
neither.
drink anymore. Don't drink anymore at all. So
I've
I
got
try to keep this body pure.
If I do that, that would be best.
Yeah, I don't count the 20 cigarettes and the fucking fatty food and the deep
I don't
fry.
smoke. My alcohol addiction is my problem.
Well,
And
you'd
I
be
mean-
surprised. Like once you kick it, like you find out that you don't need it to have fun. Okay. Oh. Well, everybody say goodnight to Singletown Bachelor, and if you could drop your channel, buddy, or somebody could grab his channel link for us, feel free to drop it in the comment section, guys. Go give him a sub, watch some of his
Yeah.
videos.
Single
Sorry,
child, have a
buddy.
good day, man.
Yeah.
Very late.
Well, it's 4:34 p.m. or a.m. So I gotta have a little sleepover. So
Get an out,
That's it.
buddy.
yeah. So see you later. And
Later, brother. Thanks
have
for
fun.
coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Next one.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
hey, Chris.
yes,
Chris,
brother.
Wouldn't it be great if we had like a compound or an area that men could buy plots for future, where much like what Bitter Bachelor is doing in Tennessee, Cappy's talked about, and South Dakota. Wouldn't that be great? That like if you had a commune that much like the Amish or
Yeah. 100%.
yeah, like just like I think we would get UK brothers, we would get New Zealand, Australian, or if they created a compound over there, I think that people would be flocking to where I would envision almost like what's that movie the Flies the
Or
Islands
the flies?
yeah,
Lord of the
like almost like
Oh,
a little
Fuck
bit of that.
that, dude. That movie
Well-
ended up terrible.
Well, no, but if you read the book, that was not what
I read the
movie-
book, and that's why the fuck it's like, no, fuck no. The fucking kids end up turning into a bunch of demons and shit. But I mean, I kind of hear what you're saying, but yeah, terrible mood to fucking reference, man.
Well, movie wise, yes, I would agree. But from a book's perspective,
I would
it was.
say, from a book perspective, that's a terrible idea. But you'd be better off saying, if we were all a bunch of fucking wizards and we had our own Diagon Alley, that would make more fucking sense than this shit.
Well, I've
Let-
never watched Lord of the Flies, but have you guys ever watched Stepford Wives?
No.
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 A long
No.
time ago, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what they did. They did a community, right? Now, it was mostly like a cul-de-sac or kind of thing, right? Like a gated community, but still, they had a community. And you know what? It's not that hard or far-fetched as you would think. Like, whether or
It's
not
not.
you would be... here's the thing, is we can't do it by ourselves as just all guys. And I don't think anybody would really want that.
I
mean,
think
if
we
you want-
can.
I think we could.
Well,
Well, yes, we
well,
could, but I mean, I don't
you
think
have to
anybody would
find the
want
like-minded, yeah?
Yeah.
it. There you go. Like-minded,
I
right?
think what you're missing, the key missing, is actually organisation. Because like, we're talking about it now. You could say this is a mock-up, but if you say, for argument's sake, serious about it, next we'll be talking about action.
Well,
and I think
absolutely.
that's what's actually missing. You know, because I've been in the manosphere for a while. We all have, and there's been lots of talk, but how much actual real action in real life has there been? Like, we spoke about this last night, didn't we, Chris?
Well, I think so.
I would
We
act
might have
on your
briefly
manly
touched about-
load.
Say again.
But
I would act upon your manly load.
Oh,
load.
thank you.
you're gay as fuck, dude.
You might regret that, but yeah.
Hey, Angler, how's it
That
sounding now?
accent just gets me hard. I can't help it.
Oh, don't turn me gay, man.
That manly load
That's
got me a little bit wet. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Are we
guys
going
are
off
sick.
Father Saunders here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he came in, it'd be the Butthole Nation 2.0
Yeah,
all over
that,
again.
it would get really weird.
No, I mean,
Banana
guys,
Nation.
right now we have groups coming together here because here in Canada it's illegal to start what you would call a militia, right?
Mhm.
That is
But
blasphemy.
you can do a coalition, you can do training groups, and people are doing that. Whether it be
Book
small
club.
communities like right here in our small community, right? Although this, from what I heard talking when I went to their meeting, it's going to be a cold fucking hard reality when something does go wrong or they decide to say, you know what, enough's enough. We don't want your fucking regulations here. We'll govern ourselves. It's going to be a rude awakening for a lot of them.
I read a story that happened in the UK that the police stumbled across armed guys all dressed in black. But when they started speaking to them, they was like, "Who are you? We're police. You're not allowed to carry these guns." Blah blah. I was like, "We don't recognise your laws." And then they held the guns up to them and then walked off.
Yeah, yeah. All it takes
they
is
don't know who they was or anything.
all it takes, man, is a stand. When you get guys together and you say enough's enough, we're not interested in what you have to say. We're not interested in what laws you're here to enforce or not enforce, whatever the case may be, right? They have one of two options. They start slaughtering their own citizens in the street for wanting their freedom and taking
We're
it.
coming soon. We're coming
Yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Taking it. That's what freedom is. You don't expect to get things back from these organizations, especially our government. You have to take it, right?
And we have to do it before AI, because I mean, if the police won't do it, as soon as they've got the robots, they don't give a crap about anything. They won't. They'll just kill you.
To answer
And then
Dave's
we're all
question-
Terminator as fuck, then, aren't we?
Yes.
It's
To answer
coming
Dave's
soon.
question here, with Father Saunders being the Primarch of War, he will have to figure out where the Butthole Nation falls in, but that'll be in his own sector.
It'll be in Nebraska. I'm in Nebraska, so we are all good as fucking good can be.
Amen.
You guys are fucked.
But here's the thing. with the militia groups that the states has, right? They have seen an influx in number recruitments that have just gone astronomical in the last 4 years.
Hmm.
Astronomical fucking numbers. Some of the biggest militias in the world are in the United States. Now, I've only met one group, and again, this goes back to Wisconsin. Not a good example, apparently, but they were as lost as they come, and their notions of what their roles were supposed to be as a legal militia in the U.S. was so fucking far off. It wasn't even funny. They weren't militia guys. They were marauders at best. So if you don't give them what they want, they're going to take it. That's not a militia. Militia is supposed to be there for the people, and
It's an
they essentially,
invasion.
yeah. Well, essentially they were saying things like, "Well, the people will back us with their resources, right?" Because they go through the playbook. They get to step A, B, and C, and then they throw out the rest of the alphabet. And I said we'd bring up the alphabet, so here it is. But they got guns, they got some supplies, and then they got some extra equipment, maybe a location, right? For themselves, individuals, not a group, right? The next part that came out of their mouths really identified what they really were at best. When they started saying, I was like, okay, well, what do you do when your supplies run out? If you have no agricultural skills or area set up to do agriculture in, you're going to find your supplies run out pretty goddamn quick. And I understand, yes, you can do hit and runs, things like that, and take from the supply line essentially, but you're then stealing from where those supplies are going, the people that are going to need them in cities, right? I was like, so where do you go when that stuff
Not
runs out?
necessarily. That could have been government supplied bullshit.
Could have been, but now if you got to find the government targets, right, or military targets, they're rare. And generally they come with a lot of risk, and you're only going to hit them so many times before they get really wise to you, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of risk there. But either way, they stated, oh, well, the people will supply us. And I was like, okay, so you expect our neighbor here across the street to hand over what little supplies he has during some kind of shortage or crisis and go without. What if they say no? Well, then we'll take it. I was like, then you're not a militia, you're a fucking marauder.
A marauder.
Oh.
Marauders will be a problem.
They didn't like that at all. They didn't like that. Trust me, I only went to one meeting and they fucking kicked me out and told them not to bring me back. So
Marauders will be
That
a
marauder
problem.
aspect is no doubt a very real aspect to trying to fight the bullshit from whatever direction you want to try to fight it from, no doubt.
well, here's the thing. Most militia groups, even the one here, like I said, the guys that got together, or the people that got together here in this community for a meeting, right? Their ideas were so individually driven, they didn't understand exactly how this was going to go down. If it went down, they would be done in a day. Like the one lady was like, oh, I'm not good at following orders. I just want to be the queen. And I was like, I'm going to have my guys rape you for fun. You're going to be tossed around like a fucking toy.
I don't know. The way I see it,
So,
when shit hits the fan, Jesus Christ, what happens? That's what I see. You know.
well, that's just it. I mean, a lot of people that are even in groups don't understand how to do a group at all. Not at all.
Even if you have an organized group, what happens? What the fuck happens? You know.
What do you mean? What happened?
Exactly. What happens? You know, if the shit hits the fan, what happens? What goes your way? What doesn't go your way? What's the plan? What's not the plan? It's pretty hard to plan for that clusterfuck, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you-
I mean,
Well,
No,
it just takes organisation. You know, if you can set coordinates and safety plans and backup strategies and work as a team and organise it, and
Yeah.
it's just the fact that we haven't done it. So it's, if we've done it a few times, maybe it'll come easy for us. Like the back of a hand.
Well, I mean, if you don't make any preparations to either learn anything or develop a site to go to, especially, or a few of them, in case you're all cut off from one or
Or a
two.
group of people, yeah, to
Yeah,
make like a fail safe, yeah.
if you don't put your practices that you're gonna need into use other than fucking, shooting at the range, you're fucked.
Well,
Where's
it's like
these?
my thing is like in terms of self-preservation, I could fucking self-preserve. I've already fucking done some steps to that. I bought fucking bags of dried shit because it's not going to go bad in tune. I haven't even bought survival food yet. And with that said, I got me covered, but that's not everybody else. And to organize as a group, that's a whole different beast.
It is.
It is. It
Is
takes
EZ
time.
gone?
Easy. Did he take off?
I don't know because
All I see is pooping and a manly load I need to take.
well, EZ has a plan. He's got a very good plan.
It's to take a manly load.
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him about that. I don't know.
If I charm everyone with my little voice.
You're too
No.
fucking charming, you son of a bitch.
Guy, I
just-
don't know
just-
who you are.
Just catch me on the bad mood, ask True Blood.
Yeah, no, like I said, there's a lot that a lot of people do not fucking cover, and it's all because they looked so deep into their individuality. You know what I mean? Like when you've got people who don't even mind stating that they won't be any good at following instructions or fucking, doing their part for a group. Well, you're not in a group. You're just a fucking weight that's going to take that group down. The best thing they can do is cut you out, let you
gotta
fucking
be
drift on
productive.
your own.
You gotta offer something, a helping
Yeah.
hand.
The biggest
knowledge,
thing I got
something.
for me is I have family and my mother, my father have and then the boating accidents we had,
Mhm.
all that shit gathered up together is a fuckload of fucking shit, and move our asses to my brother who's down in Texas, and that is a fuckload of people in one area with a lot of food, a lot of boating accident equipment to go forth.
Well, here's the thing. How far away are you from your brother?
Exactly. I'm
Can you make it
Omaha.
on foot?
I'm Omaha, and it's Houston.
And what would
Tough,
Yeah,
fucking long ways, and not possible to
long
drive.
way.
Yeah, so I mean, if you can't
And
drive
if I had to make
without-
it to my parents, I
Yeah.
can do that easily. And actually, the boating accident equipment, yeah, they got enough that if we ran out of our boating accident equipment essentials,
Mhm.
we were destined to die anyways.
It's possible.
It's a guarantee. I guarantee you that. If I ran out of the lures to fucking fish, I was guaranteed to die regardless.
Well, that's just it. I mean, I mentioned to these guys, right, and this was years ago, that I have some experience with chemistry, right, and I could synthesize enough insulin and penicillin, the basics, right, that it would supply a fairly decent sized group. These people had the nerve to look at me. One guy asked, "Why would you need to know that?" And I was just dumbfounded. I was like, "Do you realize that 60% of your population has diabetes? Do you realize
Exactly.
that eventually your triple antibiotic cream is going to run out or come up against something that it ain't going to fix?"
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, God forbid you fucking think ahead of the box.
That's just it. I mean, it was the worst group I had ever met. The worst group of people that said that they were part of preppers had no fucking concept of what to do with anything if they had access to nothing instantly.
So you're telling me these are preppers that not no knowledge on bushcraft?
Well, they have no knowledge on any. They might know bushcraft, right? But
You can get a lot
bushcraft
of
only
basics
gets you
of
so
bushcraft.
far. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what else have you got when everything's closed? You can only get what nature's got. or
Yeah.
what people don't take or destroy. You know.
And like I said, it was the most fucked up thing I ever heard come from a prepper's mouth. Right next to, if they don't give it to us, we'll take it. That was the second most fucked up thing I heard. I was like, if you don't have to take things because you know how to make things, wouldn't that be beneficial? I mean, most reasonable people would say yes, right? Well, these guys were like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Throw that out the window. And it was kind of like the vibe that I got from listening to these guys talk, well, men and women. They all had the exact same fundamental skills or, had some experience with certain trades, and that was it. That was it. So they had half a puzzle and didn't care to pick up the other half. I was just dumbfounded. I was like, you guys are fucked. You're fucked. You were the last people I would sign up with. The last people. You know what I mean? Oh, it was just amazing. Amazing. And, it's not because they didn't have things around them. Like, some guys had a lot of good, viable land that they had already owned. Had cabins on. I was like, oh, is that you, Frank? Frank, is that you?
No, my name is Guy.
Oh,
Just Guy.
just Guy now?
Yes,
Well,
yes,
yeah, like-
yes.
You say gay?
No, not
Sorry.
I
Guy.
heard gay. I didn't hear guy. I heard gay.
How you doing tonight, Frank?
Good brother. Good brother.
Good,
I'm
good.
related to this guy too. I'm related to him on my father's side. Believe it or not, he's an ancestor of mine.
Who?
Guy Fawkes.
Oh, Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you continue,
Nice.
guys.
well, that explains why you're in the prison colony.
No, Australia is the colony. We're in. I don't know what we're in. Some sort of
I thought
I
you
don't
were in
know.
Australia, or are you in New Zealand?
New Zealand colonized country. Apparently, they're still suffering from. I've got Maori in me too, but apparently they're still going on about this and that and the other.
And
Hey,
you're a
just-
Maori?
I've got Maori in me on my mother's side. Yeah.
Next, you're going to tell me you live in fucking Auckland.
No, close.
Oh, God.
You know where I live. I'm sure I've told you before that, brother. Chris.
I don't think so.
Half of
In the
me
middle.
is
You're
fucking,
where?
a prisoner.
Waikato, yeah.
White
Central.
Cap.
Waikato, yeah. Central North Island, yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
That one's out of my range. I know for Christchurch in Auckland, only because I dated a chick from Christchurch and I make fun
You
of the
told me about
Aucklanders.
her, yeah. She was a bit. She was a bit borderline, wasn't she, bro? You said, hey.
She was actually what you would consider a strong woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
she
know.
still had
Independent.
values and stuff, but she was still independent and very hardworking as well. And didn't
Sounds
have
like
a
my
lot of
mom.
time- Didn't have a lot of time for fuckery,
Yeah.
but she still knew how
Yeah.
to be a woman and how to be a lady, right?
Not my mom.
Oh, well. But yeah, no, she was a nice girl. It's just at the time, man, I basically was still what I considered out of a fresh divorce, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want a relationship, and I still don't want one to this day. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if I'm going to bone somebody, you should probably not look into it much past that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So, hey, on the side of New Zealand area, what are your guys' media's putting out about the monkeypox?
Monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, the monkey thing only really. I only asked yesterday because I listened to what you were saying in the stream before. I didn't catch the stream.
Mhm.
And they're trying to push that too. These are just ways to try and manipulate the public,
Yeah.
manipulate people, just as they always have. And so they're pushing, and it's the normal. It's just like divide and conquer, easy divide and conquer.
Yeah,
Um,
no, as I stated, when they were saying that this was going to be the new norm, what they meant was the control was going to be the new norm. The virus might change, the agenda might change, or the propaganda might change, but their control over us is going to be the new normal.
Yeah. reason I came in as Guy is because it does run through my blood. I always thought, and there's this movie. It's not The Stand. Which is a good movie by Stephen King. The Stand, a good movie because it's like an end of times eschatological last day event sort of thing. I thought to myself, there's another Stephen King one. I think it's called the Dead Zone. The Dead Zone. I think
Yeah.
Christopher. Funny you mentioned the Stepford Wives before, brother, because Christopher Walken was in that. I believe he's older. I think he was in that one. I'm not sure, but I think Meryl Streep as well. I can't recall.
be.
Christopher Walken was in the Dead Zone. The Dead
Yeah.
Zone. That's right. And Martin Sheen was the. So all it took was really one shooter. I like Johnny Depp. I don't like his politics, but
No.
I like him.
Yeah, don't we all, man?
Yeah.
I think his politics have taken a very steep ideal change, especially after what he's gone through. With
You would
fucking-
think, but we don't know. But ultimately, the fucking bullshit he's put in, you would hope he would at least be pro-man at this point.
You would
You would
think
think.
CDP. Yeah.
I would think that the very clear hypocrisy, that he's believed for so long has now been washed away.
Yeah. Washed away.
Well, like I said, pro-man, not necessarily conservative, liberal, every other bullshit. He pro-man on his half because he's getting a fucking ringer in him. So there you
He
go.
is. And he's been going through this for fucking years, dude.
Yeah. Was it
Years.
6 years since he divorced. 6 or so years, something like
Yeah. So he's almost been divorced as long as I have.
that.
So, yeah, unfortunately, I got the reminder today that, it was an anniversary. We're now coming up on close to 6 years that I haven't seen my kids. And, yeah, it's just the way it goes, man. It's something that I'm going to have to deal with pretty quick here, I guess. So I'll probably have another bad night. I generally do. But
Well,
it's all you can do, right? When if you don't fight back, this is what we're going to continue on with.
We're probably more immature than your kids, so.
All right, well, Poopy While Standing had to take off. You guys can announce that you have to leave anytime. We'll shut up
I think
and
he did
say
it.
goodbye.
said
Yeah,
I
he
have
did it
to-
in private chat. I prefer to watch the regular.
Yeah. Your oldest is 19, I think, Chris. Is that your boy?
No,
19.
my oldest is 11.
11. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Pretty young.
Yeah, I mean, my youngest that I had with her, he's double his age now since I last seen him.
Yeah. Well, give it time, I think, brother. That's what I think. Give it time.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's what we lose, though. We're
I know,
never
we've
guaranteed time. We're never
We've
guaranteed
lost a
time.
lot of
Nope.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
they
could
can
be
stand.
dead tomorrow. So
Yeah. Well, that's look. I mean, we'll get religious or not, but one day karma will bite them on the fucking ass, mate. Excuse my language, but it will. One day it'll bite them. One day. Here or next. One day.
well,
Mm-hmm.
I have stated to pretty much everyone, including her and the judge that was there, that the reason I cut off child support was because she cut me off from access to the kids, right? And this was before
Yeah.
we went in for our final hearing. And I've stated to them again and again, because I've been to court like fucking 5 or 6 times, that you will not see a dime from me until I have my children back. Then we'll negotiate about fucking child support when they're back and forth
Fair.
and payments and stuff like that. Until then, you come put a fucking bullet in me. Because you're not taking me to prison either. Come put a
Yep.
bullet right between my fucking eyes. Because if you don't, I'm sending back your people with one between theirs. And that's
Yeah.
the end of the fucking story. I'm not here to negotiate any further. Bring me my kids, then we'll talk.
Word. Well
That
said.
is fucking harsh.
Well, and that's just it. As long as we allow these fucking organizations to continue fucking making slaves of us and abusing our children, it's never going to end. So I know, like you say, you have hope, crazy, and I think you're crazy.
I'm crazy, but I'm also not a guy in your position. If I was in your position, I would go after the fucking lawyers. I'd go after the judges. I'm a fucking
that's just
lunatic
it.
like that.
You don't have to be in our position. We just know this shit is wrong.
I know it's
That's
wrong.
all we have to do is know that shit is wrong and say, you know what? Yeah, we'll stand up for the cause, and then do it. Come together for a cause. I don't care if it's my cause. Could be anybody's cause. I do know right now if we can change the family court system or force their hand is what
Well,
you'll
it's
have
kind of
to
like
do.
the base ground, like I was talking about, though.
Hmm.
We can vote in judges who aren't pieces
Yes.
of shit.
But as soon as that judge gets in and is told you're not getting paid unless you take kids from dads, guess what they're going to do?
They'll compromise.
They're not even judges when they go into fucking the family courts most of the time. They go in as a
Magistrate.
representative.
Magistrate.
Yeah, as a magistrate. They're not judges.
Fuck.
And the weird thing is, they can take their own documents from that meeting as a magistrate and go and sign it saying it was signed by a judge. They don't even require anyone else. They don't require another judge to sign off on it.
Because they're judges themselves, eh?
Because when they go back into their office, they're judges themselves.
And the only thing that our choices are is to walk away, you know?
Dude,
Like
here
me.
in Canada alone, we've linked 3,900 suicides a year to the fucking family support group here.
3,900 people who could have fucking took out assholes. Fuck.
Yeah. You know what? I understand if you get to the point where you...
That's
you
where
wanna
I'm at.
check
I
out.
know damn well if I'm going to go off myself, I am not going to allow. I'm going to find out the fucking system. I'm going to fuck the system up, and I'm going to do it with a knife just because I don't want to do it with a weapon that they can want to defy me of later in life.
Right.
And even though I won't be alive to fucking use it, I don't care.
You know what? I don't want you to see you dead, and I don't want to see you fucking locked away. But you know what? If you do what you gotta do, I'll
That's
totally
just me.
understand.
I'm crazy drunk. So I don't care.
Oh, that's
Tomahawk.
okay.
Hence my name.
We'll get the guys up
Tomahawk.
here next year, and you can come up for MGTOW meeting, and I'll get you all drunk and put guns in your hands.
Oh,
Tomahawk.
hell,
Like-
dude.
Hey guys, let's go for a ride.
Me and Indy are buds, man. I just want to go fishing with Indy right now. That's all I
Well-
give a fuck about.
We can go fishing after we take a city or two. Fish in the city. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like me and Indy understand each other. Like I talk about how I want to spend time with my dad, and I can't go fishing because the boat motor's fucking fucked up right now. And Indy bitches about how people don't give a fuck about the elderly, and I don't know. I enjoy spending time with my dad. That's
Dude,
all I'm saying.
everybody generally enjoys spending time with their dad. My dad was
Depends
a
on their
drunk.
dad, dude.
Yeah, it depends. But I mean, my dad was a drunk, and he had fucking 4 other boys to take care of that were older than me, so I was just the little guy in the way.
Hey, well, my grandpa, which was my dad's dad, basically he became a super drunk because she died giving birth to my dad.
No,
Fucking hard. Fucking hard. So if it wasn't for my grandpa uncle, which was a good motherfucker, my dad would not be probably half a good dude he was. My dad was a fucking saint.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we all go through those times where we need people, man.
and I appreciate the shit out of my uncle, great uncle, who fucking took care of my dad. Fuck, he was such a good dude.
And you know what? Most men are, despite what we're told.
No shit.
men
That
are
is
good.
that ain't no bullshit. That is a fucking fact. God damn it.
Yeah,
Most of us give a goddamn.
you're goddamn right. And when we say something, generally we used to mean it. right?
Yeah.
We said we had your back. We had your back.
Get your back.
Even if you weren't my fucking friend, if something happened to you, that doesn't mean I wouldn't fucking, throw it all out on the line to help you. It was called a brotherhood for a reason, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be that way. We have been in fucking trenches and fucking army since the dawn of fucking time.
And
Right?
most of
If
us
we
don't
didn't-
even bloody experience it at all, do we? Some of
Not
us just been
anymore.
born. We don't even experience what friendship is, let alone brotherhood.
Yeah, not anymore, man. That's why it's so fucking alien right now.
Mhm.
The idea of
Mhm.
people coming together, we had 35, 40 people come on and, get together with a few bucks to help a fucking guy out. And that is a strange fucking concept. That's a fucking foreign concept to some people. It's
Foreign to
completely
me.
alien.
Yep.
Well, it
CDP,
used
yeah,
to be like that.
Brandy.
What's that, Indy?
It used to be like that.
It
Back
used
in
to
the
be like
day.
that everywhere, yeah?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Back in the day, you're a man and there's no backup. It's just you. That's all you got.
That's the mentality they're trying to push. That you are all they got, all you got. And here's Mr. Bob going to the Ministry of Beer.
Oh, he's here again. He's drunk always. I love it.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Oh,
gone.
he's gone.
you
Gone.
disconnected, Bob.
Oh, terrible.
Did he run into a lamppost?
It's
Probably he's going to the subway and be.
Nah, he's probably trying to reach his asshole with a fucking camera and he hit the wrong button while I was doing it.
awesome. Or he pepper sprayed himself. Hey, Bob.
Hey guys, fucking with my mic settings again and kicked myself out.
What?
Said I was fucking with my mic settings and kicked myself out again.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, your mic is kind of bubbly-ish.
Angler's trying to get in again. Are you still there, Angler? Oh, we can hear
I'm
him.
here. Is everything working okay?
One.
I can hear you.
Fucking A. Fucking A right. God damn, it took me all damn day. All right.
Yeah, I heard you last time, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Did an angler figure it out?
Oh,
I
he
see.
might have dropped.
Bob, what the fuck are you doing?
Kicking his asshole. What do you think he's doing?
I think he's making pierogies.
Fucking
On the
fucking
sidewalk?
angler.
That's
No
pretty
prizes
impressive.
for you.
I want a fucking pierogi.
Me too.
Yeah, actually, I could really go for some. I'm hungry,
You know what,
Bob. What's
Bob?
for dinner?
Not subway. No.
If you get jumped while walking this way, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 witnesses that see you get jumped.
Yeah, no, you guys. I'm hoping that what we can do here, even if it's just having conversations with each other, that'll help somehow.
Oh, no, there it goes again. God.
Oh, good people, dude. I'm good with that. I like being amongst good people.
Yeah,
Hey,
and I
Chris-
mean
hey,
anybody's
Chris.
welcome. Yeah, brother.
Mhm.
Angler, your mic disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like
Everything is delaying today. It's been doing that. I don't know if I'm getting fucked with but I would like to talk to the guy who was just getting emotional.
I hear you now, but continue.
It's delaying hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gone again. Fuck.
Did you restart your phone?
Maybe you gotta speak louder, because I can tell that the circles on your A is smaller. Where you're louder,
I've done it like 5 times. Man.
just
Like-
speak louder.
It's like it's underwater.
Yeah.
Hey, Angler, you muted the main room, eh? The main room? Like the main chat.
All right, I'm gonna drop out, boys.
Hey, I hear you now.
I
What
don't
the
want
fuck?
to
You're fine
fuck
now.
up the convo, but
We ain't got no
That's what
convo.
I'm
What the
hearing.
fuck are you doing?
He's been trying to jump in and out for like an hour now.
Pretty much.
to the brother that's feeling down, brother, keep your head up. Everything's gonna be okay.
And if it's not,
Hey,
we'll
Chris.
still be here.
Chris, have you heard from Dak?
Like I said, he messaged me that he was going to a hockey game and he was going to be back around 9. So he should be back in about 45 minutes or so, and he'll pop
He went
in.
to a hockey game, so at least he's
Oh,
feeling
he went to
better.
watch a hockey game at his buddy's place.
Okay. Well, at least he's still feeling good enough to do that.
Oh yeah, no, he's looking a lot better.
Hey,
Mr.
Doug.
Doug Edwards,
Hey,
how are you, sir?
good, Emperor. How are you, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. You know, enjoying the conversation with all our people.
Hey, man. Thanks for letting me come in.
No worries, brother. No worries.
You on the Tim? Sorry, Chris.
Yeah. God damn it! I'm hosting this, Frank.
Sorry, I should change my name back to Frank. Sorry.
So, Doug, anything you'd like to add to any of the conversations that we've had so far?
Well, I've been following your channel for a couple of weeks, and I've been following.
Oh, we're getting a feedback from you, Doug.
Uh-oh.
We are.
Yeah,
And,
your YouTube's still on.
Oh,
There we go.
is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Seems better.
Awesome.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries, man.
No, fellas, I'm just happy to be along for the journey, and I wish that our country and our countries were doing better. I'm not sure. I mean, you guys are definitely tapping into things that are obvious happening right in our face, and I'm just not happy with the direction my country's going.
I don't believe you should be. I don't believe anyone in the right mind should be. You've got to be completely and utterly indoctrinated to think that what is going on right now and what's been going on for the last, say, 10 years, but it has escalated a lot in the last 4. But
Yep.
what's going on right now should have had people shot in the streets already. And I don't mean like random
Bill
violence.
Gates
I
being
mean,
the first one with his bullshit coming in with this fucking monkeypox stuff.
yeah, well,
What
like I said,
what a load of shit this is.
the idea of what they were saying about this being the new normal, it's only the control, right?
Yeah.
That's the new normal, not a virus, not fucking just a vaccine. It's the control over us. That's the new normal.
The new normal is just a term to convince us that there's always going to be change, that we're
Yeah.
never going to be settled. We're never going to have any wind down time. It's just going to be constant change all the time. This is always the new norm. It's the new term they've normalised. And then if you don't know that, Alan Watts documented this like for over 20 years, almost 30 years, and he was saying they was going to use the term new norm 10 years ago.
Who's it?
So,
CPD? Who's the salty army guy? Is that you?
I'm Christian Drug Pedestrian. I'm as salty as you get.
Yeah. I joined the salty army myself, and you know what? He's right. We're starting to win this meme war. I mean, look how fast.
Me
we took
more.
on
I mean, I don't know if we'll win. I don't know, but
look how fast we took down the Ministry of Truth.
we fucking make them feel like fucking idiots. That's the point.
Dude, she took herself down. Okay, I mean, they seem to think that people's grasp on reality, and I will admit firsthand that our memory is of events has definitely shrunk. But you put something
So is
online, it's there forever. Anybody in the right mind that can't recall what you said can always go look it up.
Hmm.
That's it.
But unless,
Right.
unless your channel gets yeeted by YouTube.
Yeah, unless you're on YouTube, and then they can fucking make you.
When I can't take a manly load in my mouth, I'm gonna remember that. You know,
God.
I was fighting for fucking Taiwan. So fuck you guys.
We're gonna have to issue some home suspicion points. All right. That's at least
I
5.
just,
Oh,
man,
yes, George Orwell. Yes. I know
All you
that
guys need to know is this, and this is the most important part, and this is no bullshit. I have cousins in Taiwan. If China takes over Taiwan, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
one. Are you just gonna like try to blend?
I live in Omaha.
Yeah, but
I don't
can't you
have to. I don't have to blend for shit. But what it boils down to is, people who think they're Democrats are not my friends, and I will let them know that.
I love
Well,
that.
That's
Well,
good.
well, the good thing. The good thing is we got Gay Pride Month next month, so we can just grab all their dildos and beat them in the face with them.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I know motherfuckers who are the pro all that shit, and what drives me fucking absolutely insane. I know a guy who fucking had a kid who his kid is probably like 18 maybe, and he's transgendered his kid.
Oh,
Oh
That's
my
sick.
god!
I mean,
I don't want
that's
to be around that
disgusting.
son of a bitch.
Dude,
It is so fucking insane to me. And I have a friend who connects with that friend. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be around it. And then he has a friend who's like me, except he's a vegan, which is like you know, half a fucking bad thing. And he's like, I agree. I don't fucking agree with the fucking whole transgender bullshit.
Guys, I'm
Well,
going to jump
and
off for a bit.
a
Right,
lot of
Polsky?
that, a lot of that is fucking. It's a fad. These mothers that are
I agree.
recording their kids, like the chick that was doing it in the dressing room, trying to convince her boy to put on a dress. She pulled out all the fucking manipulation stops,
I'd
and
go
yet
more
that
than
wasn't
I don't
listed
think-
as child abuse.
I don't think it's a fad. I
Dude,
think
this
it's a cult.
dude brought his girl. He brought his boy to a gay pride parade. I'm
And
like,
they did it for clout.
and
it
I
was-
know for a fact that he was so young that I was like, he shouldn't know this shit. He shouldn't care about this shit. He should be a kid.
Tell you what, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I am gonna play a video for you guys here in a couple minutes, right? And it points out exactly what these fucking sadistic, twisted mothers, especially, are fucking doing with their kids. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be from the same guy where I got the video not struck, but yeeted off essentially. And it goes over a letter that a mother wrote, or sorry, it was a post she wrote up on fucking Reddit.
Well, shit,
Talk
give
to
me 10 seconds. I think I need to take a piss before that happens.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a bit to find it, but
Alright, cool.
this Reddit post goes into some details of what it was like to take her daughter to go get her fucking reassignment drug therapy, I guess is what it was. And I mean, the things that she said, and she said it with pride, guys. This was disgusting.
Is
Okay.
this male to female or female to
No,
male, bro?
it's female to male.
Oh God.
Yeah, female to male. And holy fuck, for a person to go through this experience with their child sobbing and crying and freaking out, telling them, no, I don't want this fucking done to me, right? And to sit there with a smile on her fucking face, talking about how wonderful it is to be the mother of a transgender child that she's forcing it onto, was disgusting. Disgusting. This bitch needs to be shot immediately.
Hung.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But allegedly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not looking to get sued.
I just, what happened to these freaking women? I
Well,
mean,
see, when you make a single mother, right, and you basically make the daddy the new government, especially a liberal government,
Right.
they get indoctrinated by everything else liberal.
yeah,
Right?
Yep.
So they adopted the feminism, they adopted the trans, they adopted the gay, the hate all white people, blah 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 blah. That's all little fucking niches of indoctrination.
They don't
that
have a
use.
brain. I met one. It was fucking annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
it's when you get married with a woman, you don't just marry the woman, you marry the government, and
Yeah.
so it's a three-way relationship.
I
The only
feel
problem is
sorry for that fucking cuck.
when you break up, the government doesn't leave the woman. That's the issue. They've always got something to fall back on.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This shit gets me spun up. Like I've stated, I'm not cool with fucking with kids.
Spin me right round.
No, never, never, never.
Yeah. So when I hear shit like this, all I see is fucking red.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
And when I first watched this, I was just like looking for an excuse, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was out and I was looking for an excuse to deck one of them. It didn't matter. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Like allegedly, any face would have done. You know what I mean? And the first one that I see in public, it's going to be an interesting day. It's going to be an
Gender
interesting
rage.
day.
Manly, you need your skeet.
It's going to be an interesting day. Like I might have to use some claim that I'm part Mole, so that way I can say, "Oh, it's just the warrior in me."
Oh yeah, the warrior gene.
I got the warrior gene. I can't help it. I got to get let go. It spins you up, man. So I'm not exactly sure where I left off here, but I did see that the picture of the. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's in this first part, but they might go into about a doctor. Hang on, just let me double check what the text says here.
When you, I had to put my glasses on, Chris. I'm an old man.
I'm pretty sure it's in this one, but it's a Reddit post, and he's reading it off. Well, this is how I demolished my life. I might have the wrong video.
My
Well,
husband
take your
told me-
time and get it right, dude. Don't get me pissed off for all the wrong reasons.
Like I said, man, I just spun up even thinking about it.
I was just like, anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay, man. Like I said, I just don't know what part it is. I know this is a crazy writer who wrote that article about I destroyed my life.
And he could have been drunk and a pedestrian.
But yeah. Anyway, this covers some of the stuff, right? When it comes to the whole parents transgendering their kids, and it's sick. I know this one covers it, but it could be one of the other videos. Like I said, I haven't watched it in a while because it's
Why
spun me
would
up
ya?
good. Yeah, it's
Why
spun
the
me
fuck
up
would
good.
you? It's fucking toxic. I mean, I guarantee you, if you've seen it and fucking watched it, you'd be like, why would I do that to myself? Seriously.
No rational human being would even consider that. I mean,
There's the problem. A rational human being is no longer required for a woman to have rationality.
Women are not rational, though. There you
They
go.
weren't, from the get-go. And I mean, when it's unhaltered, like everything else in their life is unhaltered because they can do no wrong and no one holds them accountable, it goes right back to the same thing when I was talking about the teachers raping the kids. Men go to jail for an accusation, women get an OnlyFans.
That's right.
And child support.
And possibly child support.
I'll slap her on the wrist at worst.
They don't even get that. They get to walk out of the courtroom. At worst, their job might fire them, but they've just got 700 subs to their OnlyFans, so who the fuck cares?
Right.
They're getting their money. It's all in the bag. Okay. I think this is where it'll start.
Illness as the cutting, as in self-harm, cutting yourself on the arms. I realize that's not a popular opinion. I realize that it's considered socially verboten in some circles, but it's not harassment. It's not hateful conduct. You know what, believe it or not? It comes from a place of compassion.
Who's this fuckface?
I'm one of those people who understood.
Yeah, my
what it
first
meant
thought is Drop
have
kick
something that we call gender dysphoria.
Trust me, this is a guy you should listen to because he might be gay, but he has a lot of the fucking points down to a fucking
I hope
science.
so.
He's on our side, not on theirs. Trust me.
Good.
You just have to
Okay.
tolerate it.
Today we
Okay.
would call it that. There wasn't a name for it when I was a kid. I've been there. I don't hate these people. I want them to heal. The way to healing, the first step, you have to accurately identify the problem. And if we continue to pretend that gender identity is a natural thing rather than an artificially created thing that was made up about 5 to 10 years ago, and we continue to pretend that there is such a thing as, well, some people are truly trans. They really are born in the wrong body, and they really will only feel good about themselves if everyone agrees with their fantasy. No. They need support, but they don't need validation. Delusions don't need validation. So that is what Twitter does. But it gets worse than that. Twitter is set up, it's like I said in the introduction to this episode. Twitter uses a classic Kafka trap to maneuver you into admitting that you broke the rules even when you didn't. And they do this by blackmailing you and withholding access to your account unless you do what they say. So
So this part might be about a Twitter ban.
when you are presented with one of these...
Let me go a little bit further. Okay.
Well, he started strong. I'll give him that.
I'll take the
If
fuckface
you're
back.
curious about what prompted that tweet, what conversation I was participating in, take a look at this next image. I'll describe it for those of you who are listening on audio.
That's a girl that had her boobs cut off.
It is a middle-aged woman
Oh, no.
standing next to her 13-year-old daughter in a room. Her daughter is standing shirtless, having just come out of surgery for a radical mastectomy. There's a huge Frankenstein scar all the
This
way
is
across
bad.
her chest from left to right. There
You
appear
know,
to be
I
no
think I would
nipples. It appears they
kill
removed her
everybody,
nipples as well as her
including my own
breasts.
wife.
Allegedly, we would. Allegedly, we would. Yes.
Yeah.
Allegedly, we would.
I think
yes.
I would kill my wife, everybody, the doctor.
Allegedly. Yes.
I would probably do it. I don't fucking care. I mean, I'm like, what? Why? Why?
This is the doctor that he's going to start talking about. Okay. And just wait till you hear from her directly.
I know. We know. It's hard. Go, Chris.
She's got her shirt off.
Go.
She shags a dog.
They're standing in front of
Wow.
a Christmas tree. And even though they have masks on, you can tell by their eyes that everybody is beaming and smiling. And they're posing with the surgeon who gave her the
top surgery. Doesn't that sound nicer than radical mastectomy? It's cute. Just top surgery.
That's what we were talking about. This is completely normal. This is just fine to put on social media. Mommy's standing there beaming next to her 13-year-old girl who's had her breast lopped off by somebody I think is a psychopath.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at the next one. Let's take a look at, what is her name? Dr., and I wish I knew how to pronounce this, Sidibe, perhaps, Gallagher.
Sadistic.
Here she is standing with this 13-year-old girl, and Dr. Gallagher,
13! Really?
for some reason, has
Yep.
a fluffy kitty in her hands. And the girl standing next to her, again shirtless with her Frankenstein scar, holding a great big book in front of her that says in all capital letters,
So
affirmed.
she's been chopped in half. Or eaten.
She just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
affirmed.
Well,
Didn't
here's
she?
the thing, guys. Here in Canada
She got her
right
tits
now,
cut off.
they are trying to make it so that if your kid wants to go into, say, start taking the hormone replacement therapy to change their gender, they don't have an age limit on it, and the parents have no say. They will make it illegal for any parent to say no.
Well, allegedly, Chris, that's hockey mask time. That is
That is
calculated,
hockey mask time. Exactly.
calculated
Don't worry,
hockey
don't-
mask time.
don't worry,
Calculated.
I bet they're both quadruple
Make your
vaxxed,
plans.
So
That's why I brought up that movie before with Martin Sheen in it. All it
Yeah.
takes is one It takes one Skippy to have a little bit of an accident, and all the
Well,
other Skippies around him are going to
we
look
have
at that, and another Skippy has an accident, another Skippy has a fucking accident. That's all it
we
takes. All the Skippies will run away.
we have already had a father have to spend $1 million fucking dollars in court to stop his wife from fucking transgendering their son,
He
and I
spent a
think his
million.
son was 13. We have a dad who's in jail here right now
Yeah.
for refusing to call his daughter his son, and she's 14. Now they want to take the power away from both parents. So if your kid goes into a school, gets indoctrinated to the idea of taking hormone replacement therapy, it is out of your fucking hands no matter what age they are. They
And
still
Ed,
won't do the surgery without your permission, but they'll start pumping hormones into them.
You know, goddamn, if I decide to become a goddamn ninja,
Well,
I will
you should.
fucking be the super ninja that motherfucking starts with the middle and fucking work my way down. Them motherfuckers would hate me.
yeah, got a story. Got a story.
I'm
Just a little
evil as
story. Won't
fuck. I don't care.
take
I'm
long.
half
Just a-
Asian. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Here's a
ahead
little-
with your story there.
Little story. They're from a Maori man who I adopted as my uncle. Big man like Santa Claus, got a huge beard, like Hammerhand, about as big as Hammerhand, not quite as tall. Okay. Now he owned a farm. He's passed away now. Hard motherfucker. Hard motherfucker. Anyway, he had 4 dogs. He had 3 dogs. He got this new dog, and he went pig hunting with these dogs. This man was beautiful heart. I loved him very much. But no one would mess with him. Not even the gang members would mess with him. Anyway, had this farm. He got a 4th dog. This one dog was taking the other 3 dogs, and they went pig hunting. And because of this one dog being such a ADHD fucking dog, mutt, it bored my uncle's arm. Anyway, so my uncle was like, okay, and he took the 4 dogs back to the farm. He's a rich man, so our farmers are rich people. And what he did
They
is
can be.
he tied the dogs up. Yeah, tied them up. Here you go, boys. Here you go, yeah, like that. And he started digging a pit in front of them. And this dog's still yapping around. There, all the other dogs are. And he dug the big pit, and he untied that dog. Here we go, boy. And he said, yeah, sit there, boy. Yeah, here you go. He grabbed the shotgun, blew his brains out onto the pit, kicked his body into there, and he started digging up the pit again. Those dogs never acted up again. You understand what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, obviously, my Uncle Mike, his name he's wherever he is. But he did it, and he showed to other dogs that could have been led astray, don't fuck around, or you will get you'll get your brains blown out. You get the pit. Sorry to interrupt, but that's the message. Allegedly, this is only a story I just made up now. I just made this story up, allegedly. So
allegedly, I stated that just like how Gloria Lightfoot reacted when the Summer of Love showed up on her street, and she decided that it's no longer the Summer of Love. Politicians do not care about your words, but when you bring actual physical threat, allegedly, to their door, right? Now you're going to deal with a different person. Because now the consequences are real for them.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Gotcha, Chris. Gotcha. Loud and clear, mate. Loud and clear.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. All legal ramifications have been taken care of. I'm going to continue playing this because,
and got affirmed as her genuine and true self, a boy who no one is ever going to take as a boy, because she looks exactly like the female she is, right down to the very obvious tiny waist and burgeoning, buxom, childbearing hips. I know that's not the point. I know it isn't the point, but it is the point, isn't it? Nobody in real life is going to treat this poor girl the way she thinks she's going to be treated. She's not a boy. No one's ever going to believe she's a man. Maybe she can take some pictures with carefully chosen angles. The minute she walks in a room, she's either going to have a high woman's voice or she's going to have
testosterone frog voice.
which is probably what she'll be saddled with for the rest of her life. This is just normal. You know what else Dr. Gallagher likes to do? She likes to make little funnies about her job online. Let's take a look at a couple of those funnies. 2 pictures of herself on social media with text added. The first one says, "Just realized I only get to yeet 4 teats next week." What does yeet mean? It's youth speak. It means delete, get rid of. It's cutesy. Yeet the teats. Get it? Ha ha ha! It's just like a video game. Next one. There's Dr. Gallagher in her scrubs with a mask on, taking a selfie with the text, "My commute every morning to yeet the teats." Does this look normal? Why does this woman have a medical license? Why is this even legal?
Agreed.
Why is she not banned on social
I can hear
media?
you in the background.
Why is her slicing tits off not enough to get her banned on social media, but me saying that wanting your tits sliced off is a sign of mental illness is hateful and harassing conduct against protected minorities? Why is that? Because we live in an insane world run by narcissists. We'll have a little more trans stuff after this, but we have got to get into COVID now because this past week has been really, really something. There seems to be some kind of COVID U-turn going on right now. I am not as hopeful about this as many people that I know on social media. A lot of people think they're saying the narrative is falling apart. Yay, yay, yay. Maybe it is. I'm not ready to go there yet. May have hit a little snag. But I also am not going to be satisfied that we're really turning the corner in addressing this disturbing authoritarian.
Okay, I just got back. What the fuck are we watching?
Indy.
Indy, I'm watching this video, and it's being really informative. At the same time, I'm hearing guys in the background. At the same time, I'm jerking off my microphone. So there you go.
Yeah, no, I can't find the part where he reads out the Reddit post, but it might not even be in this one. It might be in another one.
He read off enough that the fact that he's like the chick that wants to cut tits off or cool
Yes,
as
but-
fuck and wants to do it.
The mother one was the worst. Like, this little girl is fucking sobbing in the fucking doctor's office saying, "I don't want to do this." And she plays it up like it's a big joke. Oh, now that we're done pumping her full of these hormones, she's crying her emotions out. No, she was just fucking violated by a doctor on your fucking orders. And you're the mother. You're supposed to love her. That's fucking cruelty. Sorry, guys, but if you still got hope, you're riding.
I'm not saying that's hope. That's I'm talking about voting. I'm not talking about that shit. Jesus Christ, dude.
The people that are in office right now are the ones allowing this shit to happen.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They're not only allowing it; they're pushing it.
I ain't
This
down
is being
that.
pushed.
Chris, this America or Canada, brother?
That guy's in the U.S.
Okay.
But we have lots of stories here in Canada too. Don't worry.
I hear
Whatever-
Saunders. Is he in the background? What the fuck?
Where is he? Saunders? Where?
Indy,
Yeah,
are
that's
you
Saunders,
watching?
yeah.
I think, Indy, are you watching some other stream?
Yeah, that's Saunders.
Andy, what the fuck?
Fucking
betrayer.
No, it's not. No, it's not me.
Not me. Not
It's
me.
definitely not me.
I'm hearing Saunders.
I hear him, yeah. Had his boy.
Doug, is
last
that
night.
you?
It's got to be somebody else. My phone's turned all the way down.
Can't be me. I'll check.
I'm
It's
wearing
going down.
headphones. I'm on a computer.
It's Doug.
Doug is evil.
Doug's double dipping in StreamYards.
Doug's a good man. Good man.
Saunders not streaming, is he?
Saunders has a good butthole, so I can't blame him.
Yeah, and Dave's question here, like, why is this not listed as child abuse type of thing? Where's CBS or CPS, right? Brother, that's all in their realm of what they want to do now.
That's what they want to do.
That's part of their agenda. It's just like,
yeah, that's who they are. They fucking want to fucking get in there and fuck up everything from the bottom. They fucking want to do that. It's fucking sick.
It's just like what I talked about with Eric about when he was a police officer. The people that are under social services, they already have them listed. They don't need those kids, so fuck them. They want your kids that are not listed with social services because they got to get them rookie numbers up. They got to get you on their books.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. They don't want kids that are in shit fucking homes. They already got them. They want kids that are in good homes. Right? Don't require anything, but they want to sign people like that up. So, there's your answer. CVS or CPS, all on the same payrolls.
CP.
Yeah.
Crazy drunk pedestrian.
Oh, you're your CD.
CDP.
Yeah, it's sick. It's an absolute sick situation. And like I said, to watch that woman the other day in a changing room trying to convince her son to wear a dress while he's telling her, look, I don't wear a dress, I'm a boy. And then saying, oh, well, people made fun of me for wearing a dress too because blah, blah, blah. It's like,
there might be a day where that guy, he grows up, he realizes he's full of, everything's full of shit. He will fucking hate the fucking shit.
That kid already knows she's full of shit. Yeah. But it doesn't matter because as a parent, she's still the one that has all the control.
Yeah, well, at the same time, I know another guy who went the other way, and I have to say the same thing. I was like, Jesus Christ, where the fuck is your brain as a fucking parent?
Yeah, no, nobody.
And he's as old as me. I'm 39. He's 39. I'm like, seriously, where the fuck is your brain?
Like I said, man, if they show up, come prepared. I don't even care why you're here. I don't even care if you got the wrong fucking address. State where you're from, and if it has anything to do with social services or the fucking police, game on. Allegedly.
Allegedly, we'll play Super Mario Brothers with whoever shows up. That's the way it goes. I think drawing plans. Oh, here he comes back. I hope he's good.
He's back from the Ministry of Beer. Here to report live for you.
Yeah,
go back.
You know what? I heard it. Somebody was double dipping in the chat. I heard Father Flanders go to the bathroom.
It was Doug.
Drink.
It was.
I heard the toilet flush. You can't think that shit past me.
I started my cam. I hope that's okay with you guys.
No, I don't care.
Oh, hello, Doug.
Hey, man, I love MGTOW. I'm a Jesus guy, too. I got me a bottle of Evan Williams sitting here I'm sipping on as well. What gives you guys hope, man, like, as far as the world and life?
I don't have a lot of hope, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't really have a lot.
No, this crazy train of fuckery has no brakes. We're going off a cliff. We can't stop it.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's no switches up ahead that can take us off, the track that we're down. The only way is collapse.
Yeah.
And Emperor Mitchell has a plan.
Yeah, I have a plan to take over and become Emperor of Canada and possibly
The question is,
I've heard your plan, Emperor. I'm like 100% behind you, and
right,
I'd like
perfect.
to be in your army.
Well, you have to migrate here to BC because this is where it's all going to start.
Oh man, okay.
That's all in Canada. And meanwhile, you can go to Salty Cracker Army and see if you can fucking we can regroup in fucking California. Good luck with that shit.
Yeah,
good luck with that. But
that's hopeful shit. Fucking.
But we must make way. The salt must flow.
Yes, the salt must flow, no doubt.
No, like I said, man, like
I'll jump back in the chat, guys.
All right, brother Bob.
Sorry.
Take care, Bob.
Like-minded people coming together and realizing that, you know what, these ideas and these laws that government puts in place for us, but not for themselves, and realizing that law, the man's law anyway, is a
Common
luxury.
sense.
No, it's a luxury.
It's common sense. Common sense is a luxury.
No, common sense is a fucking dying fucking trade.
Exactly.
But natural law is different from man's law, right?
Well, it's like for example, Donald Trump got elected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why the fuck did he be so far right? And
Dude,
some of
his
us
right
would,
didn't like
and
him.
some of us would argue he's right, he's left, or whatever. Common sense is smaller government, less taxes, all that shit.
Yeah.
The right is common sense.
Well, like I said,
In
as
a lot
your
of ways.
emperor, I will not get involved until you need me to. There you go.
Nice.
Okay, Emperor. Well, I want you to make sure that the girls, the women in the world, will serve my dick, and then, and if they don't, then they're your problem.
Well, I mean, you might want to talk to her father about that. Maybe see if you can work out some kind of like.
Hey, the father's your problem too, bro.
A dowry? No, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be very good. But it don't matter if you're not married.
It's gonna be. You're gonna get all the pussy, and I'm gonna have to sit on the sidelines. And at best, you know, I'd be lucky if I hit leftover pussy.
Did you not hear my speech last night? We're going to have fucking brothels in every town.
Yeah,
And they're going to be affordable.
Yeah, just like a Democrat. I hear that shit all the time, dude.
I ain't no Democrat. And I ain't
Hey.
here for your vote.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I don't need your vote to be emperor. I just need you to join us. And it's
I'll
for
join
your
you
freedom.
just because. But
There you go.
Fuck that shit.
Hey, if you don't like my system, you're more than welcome to go back to the old system. You know, somewhere else.
I just want to rub my balls on something that's soft and squishy. I don't give a fuck.
Well, lots of that out there. Like I said, with the brothels, I mean, being affordable as well. Fuck, it's going to be fantastic, dude. It's going to be like
If
the
it's
good old days.
affordable, that'd be the bomb diggity.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. What? They don't need $300 for a fucking hour? That's nuts.
I only
That's
need
nuts.
15 minutes.
There you go. Right? Tip your
Yeah, I mean,
waitress.
15 sounds good.
Yeah, tip your waitress, man. That's it. Brothels are being run everywhere. That's the way it's going to be. But mostly is, a government that doesn't step in until you need them because either your life or liberty is at risk.
There's
That's
no
what a
longer a
government.
government.
That's
No
what a
longer a
government's.
government.
What's that?
There's no longer a government.
No, it's not a.
Yeah.
That's just it. What we have right now is not a government. They're not here to help you get fucking through your life or to protect you in any way. They're here to fucking oppress you.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what our
Yeah.
governments do now. Is they oppress us. They are not for the people. They are there to use the people.
Yes.
That is it. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, your neighbor tries to take what's yours. That motherfucker has just broken the law.
Yes.
Because I'm going back to natural law.
Natural
What
law,
you
100%.
Yes.
as long as it harms no one else. You want to cut yourself out a nice big swath of fucking property, build your homestead, live your life the way you want. Good enough by me. 2 thumbs up from the Empire. However, you go try to take your neighbor's property, and I will come and personally remove you.
Allegedly.
Limb by limb if
That's
I have
right.
to.
Allegedly.
I'd like to
Allegedly.
interject here with a little section of Mark Passio has actually made a documentary on natural law, and as far as I know, it is the only documentation on natural law. So I'll go check him out on whatonearthishappening.com. And if you're interested in natural or understanding what it actually is, then give that a documentary a gander. I think it's only an hour and a half long. So.
I think I've watched that already on YouTube. I think. But yeah.
You could have, yeah.
Yeah. My job as your leader, guys, is not to get in your way. It's to make sure that your way is clear and free, so that you can run along and make little humans and have your happy little lives, and that's it. Somebody else tries to fucking interrupt that, you give me a call, we'll be there. Fucking
Got each
bells
other's
on.
backs.
Yeah,
Got
we'll be
each
there
other's
with bells on.
Especially a manly load on your back, no doubt.
Oh my god.
I
You
appreciate
guys need
that.
a room or what?
I wasn't saying it was my back. Fuck you.
Man, you can peel my skin any day.
Chris, if I wanted to donate to your channel, I don't have a PayPal account. Can I just donate to yours anyway without one?
That's all I got right now, but I'm in Canada, so if you're in the US, you won't be able to do like e-transfers or anything, but
Okay.
all good, buddy. If you don't have PayPal, I mean, the way I see it, I set one up in like 10 minutes. And if I can
Okay.
fucking do it, anyone can. Not that I recommend using PayPal because they burnt their bridges with me, but it's
Yeah.
just what I got.
Well, I just, I like to contribute to people who are contributing to my time, and thanks for letting me, be a part of your time here this evening.
That's what this is all about, buddy. You don't have to contribute a thing. Just come in, have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm this
Always
asshole
welcome.
that showed up out of nowhere. Why the fuck are you listening to me?
Yeah, why are you listening to this guy? He's clearly drunk. I'm crazy.
I'm
And a
working on
pedestrian. I don't even drive.
Yeah. But no, like I said, man, the fact that government has a hand in everything we fucking do, we can't literally sleep in our fucking beds without them having the right to come in and fucking take you.
You won't be able to take a shit
This
soon.
is true.
They can black bag you. They could come black bag me right fucking now. The only difference is they might fucking find a little resistance, right?
Yeah.
Especially if I can get the ball on them.
I won't. I'll shit my
Yeah.
pants and stop breathing. I'll fucking stop breathing. I don't care. I'll shit my pants and stop breathing. Fuck it.
Why don't you just wrap your pants up and throw it at him?
Well, that would be after I fucking wrap my fucking dick in a noose and fucking hooked it to your asshole.
Trust me, man. This is we haven't lived in a free society. I don't care what side of the border you're on. We haven't lived in a free society in a long time.
No,
You wouldn't
that's
know what
true.
to do with it.
We don't know what free is.
You wouldn't know what to do with it, most likely.
Yeah.
I
Like I
know what I'm
said-
doing with it right now, man. Fucking, it's simple. It's life. It's easy. It's not hard.
I'd start growing my own shit, man. Get my own land, just grow shit.
Hey, I love growing my own shit, dude.
Yeah,
If
I
I could
love
grow
it.
my own shit, if I had a fucking
Yeah.
yard to grow my own shit, I'd grow a fucking goddamn clusterfuck of motherfucking
Same.
shit. And it would not be fucking weed. You
Well,
guys would think weed.
No, you
I'd do
just
both.
thought that. So it's, hey, you want to grow weed? Grow weed. I don't fucking care.
I like to grow zucchini, corn, fucking tomatoes,
Hey.
potatoes, okra. I've already done that. My fucking family's home. I have that. I actually have
So
that.
why
I
can't
enjoy
you have it?
potatoes.
I can have that.
Why can't you have it? Why don't you have it right now? I tell you what. Where do
It's
you
a
live again?
shit. I live in a small part of Omaha.
Okay,
And,
so you live in Omaha. Is there any land around you that is
Not
not,
a lot.
being used or owned
Not a
by
lot.
somebody else?
Not a lot.
Go
for me.
find some. Go find some.
But you know what? I don't need to grow if my parents are growing. How do I?
No, but I'm just saying, if you wanted to do that, go do it.
Hey,
I
I'm just saying,
absolutely 100% promote anyone in the country they live in to go and stake out a claim for your own piece of property, as long as you don't intrude on anyone else's. Take
How
it.
dare you.
It's yours.
How dare you, Chris?
How
How
dare
dare
I?
you.
That's how I fucking roll. This whole you have to lease it from us, you have to pay us. Fuck you, man. This
I'm
is my
telling you
country
straight
too.
up. I got it from my parents. I already have it.
No, there you go. And I'm happy for you. And I think everybody should have that. You know
Exactly. I do. I agree with that too.
It's already been stated a dozen times. We are living in a age where the majority of people will never own their own property.
I own
Right.
my own property.
they will never own it because they generally can't afford it. Now,
Mhm.
I'd
My
have to say
mother
that-
was a cunt of a evil bitch who made it possible, unfortunately.
There you go. Well, whatever.
And that was a sad fact. She was a poor bitch in a time where in third world countries, having no money means you're fucked as fucked. And because of that, she was the oldest daughter. She was grown as a dragon. If you don't know the fucking bullshit, the horoscopes or shit,
Tiger
That's-
Mother, bro.
whatever.
Remember, we talked about this on Saunders, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think you and I, we had that conversation. Anyway, she was a hardcore dragon of that bullshit.
Yeah.
And she was like one of maybe 7 or 8 fucking siblings. And no welfare and shit from a third world country. She made that happen.
Yeah.
And then after all these years, even though she sucks, she's a pain in the ass, she believes all the good, you gotta treat women good and shit.
Yeah, there's another part to that. Women have to treat men good too.
She's the
Yes.
reason I own a home.
Well, good.
And
I
I'm only
personally
20,
Just forgot about that.
I'm only 25,000 from owning it directly outright. A 15-year loan. I've almost fucking paid it off. I'm
The
that
way I
close.
see it, though,
Well
is
done.
it shouldn't take you your whole life to pay off your home. That level of fucking cost is astronomical.
Well,
And-
well, that's a whole different subject. I mean, I think that's a goddamn males are in the workforce, females are in the workforce. We don't have fucking twice the fucking income the males used to have, right?
No, not at all. But the cost of everything went up too. That was all part of the fucking plan. Don't
I'm
kid yourself
agree
for a
with you on
second.
that.
Like the inflation here, right? Or I should say the cost of land and the way it's inflated. A house that was 100,000 2 years ago is now 400,000.
Well, that's where I'm at right now. My house 10 years ago was 120, is now 250.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, no, that's good on his end, but
Exactly.
starting out for everyone, it ain't gonna work. The
Yeah.
bubble's gonna bust, and pretty
Yeah.
soon his what'd you say it was 120,000 you paid initially?
I don't care.
Well, whatever. If it was 120,000 you bought it for, it's
130.
gonna be worth like 30.
Yep.
Bullshit. It's going to be worth like a fucking 200.
When
Because
the
it got.
bubble bursts, when the bubble bursts, no,
bubble-
Bubble burst.
Right now,
It's
it's
gotta
at
burst.
230.
dude, it burst like less than 10 years ago.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't leaving.
It'll burst again too.
Okay, awesome. I don't give a fuck.
But yeah,
treacherous times ahead.
It's my
Yeah,
home.
okay.
09.
Here's the thing. Would you rather spend the rest of your fucking days paying off a home, or would you rather spend 5-6 years of your life working on the home you built on property that you're developing?
I'd rather spend
Hmm.
money on my parents' home because unfortunately, it's my dream home more than my current home.
Okay, so your situation is you're inheriting.
It's my brother and me, and between us,
Yeah,
I'd
you're
rather have
inheriting.
my parents' home.
Okay, so you're inheriting.
And it's
What
not significantly. It's not significantly improvement.
But that's a dying trait. Most people aren't inheriting anything.
I hear you there, no
Mhm.
doubt.
My grandparents sold off all their inheritance for holidays.
Oh,
There
that
you go.
sucks, bro.
And an inheritance is not a guarantee.
And I'm okay with that too because I was raised. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, you shouldn't have to rely on an inheritance.
Exactly. I don't give a shit if my
Well,
parents
you
left
might
me
not.
with nothing.
You're outside of the book then. I mean, if
And
you don't give a shit, I guess
and
we
I
can't
love my
make you give a
parents for
shit.
that. I love my
But-
parents for that. And Chris, I hope you understand that. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
My
fucking
mom
totally
is
fine with
a
you loving your
crazy
parents.
bitch. And but she raised me right. Fucking
I
hate
know.
it. I hate it, but I love it.
As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you.
Semi happy.
As long as you're even semi-happy, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm
No,
not
it's
here
just-
to
it's
fucking
just
judge your
nice.
happiness.
It's
I
just
just think-
nice to know that there's still something some people can work with out there. You know, there's a lot of people like me that haven't got anything, so it's just good to know that there's some hope out there. You know, that people have got a foundation to work upon.
Yeah, but I mean, you should be able to build your own foundation.
Of
Every
course, you know,
young
of
man
course.
out
I agree
there
with you, Chris. I
should be
agree
able
with
to
you,
build
Chris.
their own.
Of course.
I'm not gonna lie with you, Al. It's I don't know how the fuck I got into my situation. I inherited it, and I feel lucky and I feel blessed, and my parents feel like they want to give me more. At the same time, like, I'm good. I don't care.
Hey, you're happy.
Exactly.
Angler's trying to come in here again. Here you go, Angler.
Good luck, Angler. Come on, mate. Come on. Come with us. Come on, bro.
I'm trying. Is it working now?
Sound fine.
1-1.
I don't know. It depends on
Okay.
how long this lasts.
Maybe those motherfuckers got tired. Yeah.
Speak, dog.
Oh. So the last dog that was speaking, there's so many people here. Who was the last guy speaking?
Crazy drunk.
CDP.
I just said speak, dude.
Oh,
Fuck, he's got problems.
okay. It's still fucking delaying. I think my phone's fucked up. So I am speaking, but maybe if it's between two people, we can make that happen.
Speak your mind, Angler.
I'm not sure, but he might have just had.
I would like to talk to the last guy that was talking.
Crazy drunk.
Fuck,
You
I
have it.
tried to say something. If he can't hear me, I don't know what to tell you.
Go ahead. It's just two of you.
No, he ain't no crazy drunk. He said a lot of things that that really hit home.
You okay, Angler?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You said you had. I said a lot of things that hit home. What did I say?
Guys, please understand that all of this is all delayed and echoing and
Yeah.
We're not trying to hold it against you.
I know.
What did I say?
Guy. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's too broken up, dude.
That's what I'm working on too, man.
well, man, you talked a lot about things that pissed you off.
Oh gosh.
Repeat that.
Yes. Cheers to you, brother.
Cheers, brother.
I hope
think-
you're doing good, man.
Angler, like some sort of technical, because it sounds like underwater, out of water, underwater, out of water, and that, with all respect, but I love Angler. But it's good,
Yeah,
man.
it's not fucking working.
Yeah.
Anywhere that I try to take it, it does not fucking work.
All right.
Fuck, we never had issues before.
Until Angler came to town.
No, I
You
mean,
know what? I'm taking this motherfucker tomorrow to the goddamn phone store and saying, I ain't paying this much a month.
yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
I think I'm gonna check out, man. I'm
Well,
out, yeah.
I should probably check
5
out.
a.m. Yeah.
God damn it.
All right, brother.
Fucking
Next
You're a
time.
good dude, better than me. I wish I could trade places with you. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Next time, Angler.
Take your Angler.
I'm a fucking
Cheers, Angler.
idiot, so who cares about what I gotta say?
Get it sorted, Angler.
I was
That's all.
hoping to hear from you, Andy.
Yeah.
Manly. Sorry.
Yo.
Indy, you haven't said much this whole time because you've been off getting
Indy-
wine.
Indy's probably asleep. He's
And
lurking.
he's a good dude. He just needs somebody to, respect him and respect.
I'm running on 3 hours sleep.
Me and you, guy. Like for example, I'd fucking fish with you in a heartbeat. It'd be good times.
Alright, man, lads, I'm out, man. It's,
All right,
been a
Mr.
pleasure.
I'm trying to-
Thanks, Chris,
yeah.
man. Nice one. It's been awesome.
Thanks for coming by.
And Manly, sorry to interrupt. Manly, do you have a channel, bro? And are you
Yes,
monetized?
I have no channel.
No monetized channel, but I'm over on Manly Reloaded because they're yeeting my channel, so it's Reloaded, like the Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah.
And I'm on Odyssey, BitChute, and MGTOW TV.
I'm not to speak on Chris's behalf, but you can chuck that wherever you need, bro, and then people can subscribe, and that's the way it
Cheers,
goes. So.
thank you, man. Yeah, I don't
Especially
think
if
I'm
it's
modded, so if one of the mods can throw them in, that'll be awesome.
That's all right, mate. This is Chris's thing, so.
Yeah, no, anybody got a link for him can drop it in. I'm trying to find it right now.
Chris,
Nice
you're
one.
being a pretty good dude. I
It's been a
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Nice one, thanks. Cheers.
I got
Take
it.
care,
You
Manly.
too, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for coming, brother. No, it's always good to have a Manly's input on things from the other side of the pond.
Exactly.
Really, I mean, between him and Billy, you'll never find a better source of knowledge there. They do great work, and I've had Billy on a couple times, which has always been good. And generally, we can go on for hours and hours, though. So,
No shit.
yeah, no, pop in, Rad. Say hello, Rap.
Rebel against defeat. He's not monetized, and he refuses to be monetized too. Chris, by the way, I was going to ask you, would you monetize yours for super chats? I know that the bitch.
No.
No. You wouldn't? Okay. So
I would
PayPal
not
is.
I wouldn't give
PayPal.
fucking. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, PayPal can be difficult for certain people. So if that's the only way, then that's the only way. So
Oh, like I said, they seem to have streamlined that process pretty well. I mean, I hadn't had it for fucking 2 decades. And then I just logged in, did it on my phone, and went to an app. It was like, oh, perfect. Okay, it's all done.
Goodly.
Posca, I don't have a Discord. I hang out in Shinobi's Discord.
Chris, thanks for letting me hang out, man. I'm still cool hanging out unless you need to drop me off.
No, I'm going to check out pretty soon. I mean, it doesn't look like One Fast Act's going to make it for tonight, but it's all good. We'll have a chance to talk tomorrow, I'm sure. I think tomorrow night I'd like to go into a couple more details, and I know it's kind of like beating a fucking dead horse right now, but I absolutely just can't fucking get over how much insanity is going on when it comes to people fucking with kids, man. Like, there's just no end to it anymore.
Yeah, it's disgusting to see. I can't. It's hard. I just don't know where this is all coming from. I kind of do, but I don't.
Well, I taken it from the same place that the Coof thing came from.
Yeah,
it's all
a bunch of
part of it.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's all a part of it. I mean, right now in Canada, well, I know in Quebec, and I've stated this a few times, they are now passing a bill that allows the state to take away your children if you don't get them vaxxed and you don't fucking wrap them in masks. Okay, now it doesn't affect just men. Now women are bitching.
Yeah, that's
And
it right there.
My comment on that fucking post was, where the fuck were you 50 years ago when they took men away from children?
Never
Took the fathers away from the fucking children. You said nothing because you were getting a fucking handout and a payday.
Never stood
That's
up.
it.
So guess
Isn't that
who's
so
gonna be
weird, man? Because like men, and boys, I started to see that when they put little kids on the Adderall.
Oh yeah. There you go.
You
There's
know,
another one.
That's bullshit. They're boys. They're supposed to be boys.
They were
And
putting
these
all kids
bitches
on
are
that.
like, oh no, we're gonna drug them up.
Yep.
Oh, young boys, I got energy. What the
Yeah.
fuck? What the fuck? We're gonna do with that shit?
How
Run it out.
about
That's
fire
common
a
sense.
rifle?
Fucking-
Dude,
How
in
about
the-
like field dress a deer?
fucking
Yeah, go dress a deer. No shit.
Go
Doug.
dress a deer. Go get in a wrestling match. You know, and these. I don't know where these men are marrying these women who are letting this shit happen. I saw it happening.
Well, that's
And
just
then-
it. If they haven't already been removed, if they say anything, they will be removed.
Yeah. I dress my deer if I could kill him.
I mean, men are better
Allegedly.
than.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly, literally. The problem is I can't find them. They're on private land. I don't have private land anymore. Sucks.
What the fuck? Well, you can always come up here and shoot the fucking deer that come in my garden.
Well, legally, I don't know about that.
What do you mean legally? Who's gonna tell anyone that you didn't do it legally? Who's gonna tell?
I don't
anyone
know.
that you did it at all?
If there's a Karen in your area, then that's all I need to worry about, then, doesn't it?
No, we know where the Karens live around here. Trust me.
Oh man!
I can stand
Thanks for
right
letting me rant off there.
I can stand right outside my balcony fucking window and shoot him with a bow if I wanted to. Hell, I
That's
could
what
drop
you
a rock
should
on
do.
him.
You know how delicious they are?
I actually
What the fuck is
don't
wrong
like
with you?
venison. I don't like venison that much. I like moose though.
What?
Yeah, I don't like venison that much,
That
man.
is bizarre as shit.
That's
Well, yeah,
not
dude.
country.
We had a deer the other day. The other day we went to check on some something with a couple of the quads, and a deer walked out from behind the one guy's garage, walked right up to three of us, and just started sniffing our boots. But we got pictures and video of the little girl fucking like with her arm around his neck, kind of cuddling into him. And then I was like, "Okay, honey, now slit his throat."
Yes.
Andy, anyway, I'm a Nebraska native, and you might know. Here's the most fucked up thing. I went to the island of Taiwan, and there's an island in Taiwan called Green Island. That was a fucking political prisoner bullshit that basically the lefties.
Cheers to you, guy.
Anyway, that's a lefties fucking hard on Guantanamo Bay.
Mhm.
And that motherfucker held a bunch of people who fought against their
Oh
government.
yes.
But here's the most important thing. They have fucking white-tailed deer there.
Did they-
Our
Nothing there?
white-tailed tail deer in Nebraska and Iowa. Fucking same fucking deer.
Huh. Weird.
No, somebody brought them over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And jungle deer though. It's not field deer. It's jungle deer.
Yeah, no, I'll eat Bambi, but I don't really care for it that much. If I were to actually go hunting for anything, we got lots of pheasant. We got lots of what do you call it?
You have pheasant? Are you shitting me?
Oh, dude, we got tons of fucking pheasant.
Where?
Here, all around.
Where?
Dude, they're crossing the road all the fucking
It's
time.
Canada. Fuck you
Yeah.
guys.
And,
I got a newsflash for you, Chris.
quail. We got lots of quail as well.
Chris, I got a newsflash for you.
What's
In the middle of Nebraska, we had a snowstorm. We could tell that the snow fucking hit the ground, right? So
Yeah.
with snow, there is a trail, and with trails is life.
Yeah,
There is no life. None.
Wow. That's weird.
There's no quail. There's no pheasant. There's nothing. There's not even fucking mice.
Whoa.
Dude, we even have issues where they're like all in the fucking farmer's field digging fucking like little nests under the loose soil. And when the farmers start going over it to get it ready, all you see is fucking quail and fucking little baby quail running in front of the fucking tractor. Like just a wave of them.
That used to be normal, dude. We don't
Yeah.
have that. We don't have
Quail's
any of
good
that.
eating. Quail's good eating. The fucking pheasant, I find those to be a bit too fatty. But if you do them over open fire, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Takes a lot of them.
What? Pheasant? Dude, our pheasant are fucking like 2 feet tall.
Nice.
Are you fucking
massive.
killing your goddamn females too, or no?
Well, I'd just kill anything. If it's got fucking
Allegedly.
If it looks like a quail, I'm eating it, or if it looks like a pheasant,
Yeah,
I'm shooting it.
in our world, we can only kill the pretty black and red feathered, black feathered males, so we can't kill
Oh.
the females.
Well,
Allegedly.
I'll change that.
Literally.
You all get cardinal birds?
I think we have a lot of cardinals that come through, but they don't stay around here. No. not
Okay.
all the time. You might see a small flock of them, but nothing serious. Right up here, we get lots of. Well, there's lots of coyotes. There's lots of moose. There's lots of bear, mountain lions. We got a lot of bobcats. If you go a bit further north, especially, and the quail, pheasant, partridge, grouse.
Now, who's more aggressive, the bobcat or the
Mountain lion?
or the mountain lion?
I would say both.
Bobcat.
Bobcats are fucking vicious, and
All I
mountain
know
lions
about
are
bobcats
vicious.
about Bobcat. Bobcat fucking
Yeah.
police glaring me. Yeah.
No, they're fucking vicious, dude. Like the bobcats are really fast and lighter cat.
Yeah.
Right? But the mountain lions is a more powerful cat, and they both hunt the same way. They don't look you straight in the eyes and go to fucking lunge at you. They wait till you turn your back, and then they fucking clamp on.
Are they hunting in twos, or do they hunt in pairs?
Not usually, no. No,
No,
usually if
okay.
you're good, especially with the with mountain lions, if you're hunting one or if one's hunting you, that's generally how it goes. One is hunting you.
Yeah.
You're generally alone. But yeah,
Yeah.
like the mountain lions, they jump on your back, right? And they just fucking latch onto your chest with their front paws, and then
Yeah.
they dig out your spine with their back legs while biting your neck.
I'm not looking forward to that. So
that's why they're a shoot on sight thing. So
Yeah.
the rule of thumb is, yes, technically you're not allowed to hunt them, but if they're hunting you, you shoot on sight. And
Okay.
nobody questions it. So,
Man,
yeah,
I hope
dude,
I guess you need to be a good shot then.
or
Not really.
12
Shotgun.
gauge.
Shotgun, you don't need to be a good shot with anything. You just have a fucking ability to shoot a shotgun, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
general
can
direction.
shoot a shotgun. That's good.
I hate to say that, but it is really simple. You either can hit a fucking target with a 12 gauge or you can't, and it's sad.
Yeah,
really.
12 gauge is pretty easy.
If it's
Yeah.
a 22, that's a whole different story. And if it's semi-automatic, again, I go back to what I said earlier.
Yeah, well, I mean, with my 12 gauge at the best, I'm running 9-ball, right? So you got in a short distance, you still got to get on target.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I'm just saying
Do
that.
that. Yes, guy.
The only thing I can tell you is my
Here's to you, man.
my 12 gauge Benelli
Yeah.
Montefeltro is an outstanding shotgun.
Yeah.
And I suck at killing birds with it, but I guarantee you, if it was a fucking
Oh.
animal across the ground,
You got a little Evan Williams tonight.
I would smoke its ass.
The Benelli clone that I run with the 9-ball double odd, 200 yards.
You're way
and
smarter than me.
And it's still the size of a human being. That's your spread, right?
Goddamn.
Anything outside of that, if you're going 250 yards, you might want to consider switching.
I
over
wouldn't
to
aim
spot.
that far in the first place, dude.
Dude, 250 yards is nothing for a fucking 12 gauge. Put in
Yeah, it's a
some fucking
long fucking ways for a shotgun, dude.
low
250
recoil,
yards?
low recoil fucking wad cutters. Cheap as
I'm
fuck.
a
and
rifle man,
250
dude.
yards.
I
And
don't use my shotgun until they're under 100.
It might not fucking kill them with the first shot, but
I'm
there's
not
a good
saying
chance
it's
it will.
commonsensical what I'm talking about, but it's what my knowledge is.
Killed a bear once.
We run them all the time, dude. Yeah, low recoil
Killed a
wad
bear.
cutters. They're cheap as fuck, and that 250 yard range is nothing.
250
said-
yards, I'd be hitting them with a fucking 270, dude.
Well, like I said, it's not gonna probably go through any like big amount of material, and it definitely won't go through a vest. But Kevlar vest is not really gonna have the effect. But yeah, you take one of those to the fucking face and you're going down.
Of course you
killed
are,
the bear.
but
You're
Killed
going
the
down.
motherfucker.
Yeah, your
Killed the bear.
skull's gonna split, dude.
I don't know.
Man,
Crack open like an egg.
country. I killed him. I killed this bear. I was
I
on the
love
fire.
country. Yes.
I was walking through the woods. Bear on the right. Come up. Yeah, I got nothing on me. Killed him. Just with my
Yeah.
own bare hands. Just went around him. Just grabbed him. Dog style, doggy styled him.
Yeah,
But the quail, I took on a quail once, and the quail kicked me ass, everywhere, all over my body.
Mm-hmm.
So the quails, I don't muck around with them, but the bear, I took him out. He was only,
Oh my god. I
I'm
just
kidding.
hey guy, no joke. I have a dog named Wild Man. Wild Man. Wild Man was my best dog. Wild Man, I was like 14, my brother was 15, we were fucking kids. We went and named him Wild Man. Wild Man was the best English setter we ever had. And
Sitter, good hunting dogs.
anyway, Wild Man had a interesting everything about him. First off, he didn't have the first 4 bottom teeth. And so he didn't have the ability to really fetch good. And he was a best dog we ever had. Swear to God. And the funny thing was, like you're talking about how you're bitching about quail.
Well, beat me up. It beat me up.
Well, when it came time to point a pheasant, and he was a smart dog, and he had a lot of pheasant in his time to point at.
Oh yeah.
When it came time to pheasant pointing, he would lean away because he was like, I know this is a pheasant. I don't want to fucking. When this bird decides to fly, it's gonna scare the shit out of me. Fucking awesome dog, dude.
No, that's another thing I recommend, man. Is I know dogs can be quite expensive, but
Very loyal,
having a dog that can be like a not don't have to be too well trained, but
None of our dogs were well trained, dude. I swear to God, our dogs were on the field training. That was all we had, and that's all we needed, really. And even the dog that we called Pistol, who was a gun-shy dog, who was scared of guns, who just stayed along, even though he was scared of guns, he stayed along. He became a great dog. He was fucking magnificent.
I bet those dogs, if someone had attacked you, CDP, like some human or anything, those dogs would have probably gone down for you, mate. Had their back. Dogs are the most loyal animals.
They would have gone down for my dad for sure. They were my dad's dogs. They were not my dogs, but they would probably went for me too. They probably, when I was around, they did not hate me for sure.
Yeah, they have a loyalty. That
They were magnificent. They were amazing.
that's good.
Thanks for hanging out with me, fellas. I really appreciate it. This has been awesome.
Oh, thank you for hanging out with us, bud.
Thanks for you, Doug.
You're welcome to say something.
Oh,
well,
man,
bring something, Doug. Come on, Doug. Come on.
I'll cheer. Absolutely, guy. Absolutely. But I do love your all's channels, and I'm like, but just being able to participate in this, I thank you, man. It's humbling, and I love it. Thank you, Emperor.
Doug, I'm not a hater for it. I feel the same way. I feel like the idiot mutt that I put myself in here, and I appreciate you, Chris, for letting me vent. I really do.
You're good, CDP. Yeah, Doug, you're a good man. You're both good men. Yeah.
And guys got my back, and I know Indy. I've listened to Indy, and I think Indy and I are on the same page, and at least in terms of like me and my old man, I want to spend more time with my old man because of it. And
oh yeah.
And my old man's a good man too, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many good men there are. We are good.
We are good. There are many good men. Wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, there are many good people out here, and that's why we're here. We're a brotherhood of people, and it is what is help each other out where we can. And people,
amen.
vent.
Thanks for drinking with me, Guy.
Well, you know, my name's Frank, but I am like, you know, I
Don't call me Guy, friend.
No, that's right.
Don't call me Frank, guy.
Don't call me Frank, Guy.
I got to get a clip of that.
It's because I blame
South
Chris.
Park blows my brains out with how awesome it is. But
No, we don't do that. We don't do that stuff. But I blame Chris though, Doug, because he was bringing up allegedly. We were talking about. That's why I came in on that. And I thought, who am I going to go? I'm going to go Guy Fawkes. I am related to Guy Fawkes, and it does boil my blood, but it's always allegedly, right? It's always got to do that, allegedly.
Well, the gunpowder plot. What I can't remember what that was all about. Did that involve the Jacobites or no?
Yeah, and Lord Percy as well. I think. Yeah,
I can't remember.
Tried to blow up Parliament.
I know he tried to blow up Parliament. Yeah.
Yeah, on my dad's side of the family. So my mum has no bearing in that. My mum's the Maori one, got the Maori and the Irish in her, but.
Oh, hey man, us Irish are awesome people.
Where are you from, Frank?
Oh, you know I'm from New Zealand, brother.
Nice.
New Zealand. Yeah. Kiwis here, so.
Nebraska,
part of the colony.
Yep.
Thanks for drinking some booze with me tonight, man. Thank you.
Frank,
no worries.
Do you
Get
have
some
a
sleep,
channel?
brother.
we got good people here, dude. It's all good.
Do you have a channel, Frank? I forget. No, right?
Not really, bro. No. You know me as Channel 1800. That's me.
Well, like you, man. I ain't got a Macho channel either. It's all good.
Wait, your channel 1800?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Holy fuck, you're one and the same, and I didn't know this whole time.
Chris, I've emailed you, and they always come back wrong. You had a.
What do you
But
mean?
it's all good. It's all good.
It's never said that in our emails.
I did. I can go back. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
How dare you, indeed. Grab 20 piece, Billy Bum Bum. We just emailed each other a few days ago, dude.
Yeah, I missed your streams the other day. Saunders were there. So yeah, it was all good. I don't care. Doxing and stuff. I think I just bought a house actually. Well, my family bought a house. But could I read a poem, Chris, concerning these young kids? Could I read the poem? You'll probably all know the poem, I reckon.
Well, it'll cost you $10.
Oh, $10? Okay, right. You give me your paper. You got your paper.
20 quid. I always wanted to say that, but I don't know if you guys use quid.
It was last chap from the United Kingdom.
Do you guys have a slang for money?
Yeah.
What?
Do you guys have a slang for money like the British do? Like
Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi, yeah.
So you just
the
call it
Kiwi. Yeah, just Kiwi.
So
I'll read it out.
20 Kiwi.
20 Kiwi will give you about 65 to 70 American, I think, or USD. I don't know. You guys are called the what is it? The Canadian is the CAD is the. There are 8.
Looney.
The loony. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, by the way, gents, Forex is good, and I'll just say Sam Seedon is someone to look into. I spent a lot of money, not $100. Anyway, Sam Seedon would be good to look at if you can analyze the charts. I'll read this. Okay, and now this is talking about our society, Chris, if I'm allowed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. He was a pastor, Martin Niemöller. He was killed. Sorry. No, actually. Yeah, no, he wasn't. He survived. 84, he died. Allegedly. First, they came for the socialists, and I didn't say anything because I'm paraphrasing, because I was not a socialist. This is a minister of religion talking now. Then they came.
I remember this quote. Keep going.
You know this one, yeah.
I said this a few times, but I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go ahead, brother. Everybody shut up.
No. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Judeans. I'll say Judeans on here. And I did not speak out because I was not a Judean. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So when it comes to these little kids, little children, young people, and this horrible things that, boy, oh boy, pulse goes back. When they talk about these, we must couch our language carefully, but we've got to do something about this, because we'll be like that pastor who did nothing and there was no one to speak for them yet. And I don't care about my own life. I don't give a frying fly for my own life. But I do care about things like that. And so
It's strange to be in that place, isn't it?
it is interesting, yeah.
I mean, I'm
quote
with
is
you,
not
guy.
wrong.
It's a weird place where I want to bring life into the world where I can have somebody to fight for. But honestly, it's not my problem.
No, it's just not your problem today.
But I
You get
concern
something.
myself with my nephews, and at the same time, I can't control what my brother does with his kids.
I understand that. I do.
It's
hard.
it's a fucking weird place to be.
Frank,
You're 39, CDP. You're 39, right?
39, yes.
You have the whole world's out for you until the last day is written for you. You've got the rest of your life. You could do it. We can make kids on our deathbeds.
You ain't shitting.
There's a genetic load, I'm sure. Chronic probably talk about that. But you can do it, but they hit the wall at a certain time. So you could, if you wished to, in some way.
Yeah, it's not my concern. My biggest concern is finding a respectable partner, and that's a stupid idea at this point.
Yeah, it is. It's a very bad idea. Hey, Chris, can you check your Discord? I sent a friend request for you.
Yep, you betcha, buddy. I'm actually looking at it right now.
And I'm okay with being alone too. I mean,
yeah,
alone
is not.
It's a shit show out there.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, easy for me, but alone is not equivocated with lonely. Lonely and alone are two different things.
Well, I agree with you on that too, because I've not been alone before, and I can tell you, the motherfuckers I've been with before I was alone was fucking nightmarish, fucking assholes.
That's right. That is right. That's right.
And you deal with a bunch of dipshits who abuse you. Alone, it's peachy as fuck. It's crazy.
It seems to me, brother, drunk like me. No, I'm not drunk. I never get drunk. I watch the drunks. I drink, but I don't get drunk.
Oh man, I'm kind of halfway drunk.
I'm plenty drunk right now.
Doug, come on, Doug, go. Let's go.
All right.
All
Hey,
right.
if you're cheersing it to me, Frank, then yes,
Of course
I will definitely drink.
And I'm not going to do it for any other reason, but this time I will do it. You're an asshole.
You go,
Fuck you.
Well, thank you very much. So,
Hey, yeah, absolutely, man.
follow
Okay,
up with
gentlemen.
chaser of white wine. Yeah, chaser. Yeah.
I chase with water.
Anything else you got to add? Because I'm kind of looking to shut this down here pretty quick and get some coffee because I'm overdue.
Okay.
Starting to get all twitchy. But yeah, if you guys feel like you want to send a donation, you have to use PayPal. I'm sorry, that's all I have. But it's not a necessary thing. I want to thank Mr. Pliskin for his. Bob from the Ministry of Beer, of course, was here for a second, but didn't see any donation from Bob, so he can't come back in.
No, I would love to donate, Chris. I just I don't have a PayPal myself.
All good, buddy.
So I would love to drop a few bucks in your account, though.
Well, that's
just
all it
for letting me
takes.
hang out for all these hours. Thank you, man.
Hey man, you guys are welcome back. I generally don't have too many drinking people on here except for Indy because and Bob. You know what? I got to change that topic because I do have drunk people on all the time. I don't even
I'm
know
not
what
drunk
thinking
all the time, but just some of the time.
I kind of like to think me and Andy are pals, dude.
Hang on a sec.
And these are Good man, and yeah. We're all brothers. Yeah, it is
Well, it's like I told stories about I fish with my old man. That's no bullshit. I seriously mean that. And our fishing boat's out of commission. And you know what? I get to fish with my old man when the boat was working, and now I can't. But Indy's about spending time with your fucking guys before you're gone.
Yep.
Yep. And he's well respected.
And I was pretty happy to be that guy.
Yeah. Spend time with your dad. Remember one thing. Just to you, CDP. When you have bad thoughts and stuff like that, you think to yourself, if you did leave this world, if I left this world, I would think to myself, who am I hurting? Whose lives? Like, if you have love in your heart for, let's say, just one person in your whole damn life, if you had love for just one person, could you, if you left this world, let's say it was a car accident, whatever, let's say it was a meteor, whatever, it was a thunderstorm. How's the rest of their life? Let's say they lived another 50 odd years. How's it going to affect their lives? They're going to think of you a lot all the time. People who loved you, right? This is only one thing. This is only the tip of the iceberg.
I only have one nephew that where I would think that might affect him, and that was only because a little bastard won a birthday present. A greedy little fuck.
Okay.
And so I've been on fucking so many vacations with my brother, which is my nephews, and I love my brother because he's such a good dude. He's such a hard worker son of a bitch.
Okay.
And
Hammer. Yeah. Sorry, carry on, brother.
And my nephews are one people compared to him. I don't care. But basically, I would think that my nephews might be hurt if I disappeared all of a sudden.
Let's flip that on the script. Sorry, Chris.
Oh, I just wanted to interrupt for a second here, guys. Show you the new pictures done up by Mr. MGTOW Outlaw. We've got
that is badass as fuck. I love it,
dude. I personally think we should do a whole fucking set and sell them. So we've got Tinder. Tinder surprise.
Oh no!
Of course, we got the Warband United. Yeah. Dude, these would make great trading cards. Like fucking excellent trading cards, man. We'll get on to Chronic. What's this say? Chronic Smoke. Dude. Fuck, it gets so small at the bottom there, I can't even read it. But yeah, if you guys join Shinobi's Discord there, you get access to all the cards, and you might even get one of your own. These are all custom made. Just try to find the ones. Well, there's mine. I don't know why, but it starts all the fucking way up here. We got, well, where? Sorry. Well, there's Mr. Pliskins. In the chat. Hey, that's Indy's hip.
Oh no!
Yep.
There's Evil Mother. Good mother. I like the Evil Mother better. Susan, or sorry, Evil Dak.
Oh dear.
Evil Dak, because Evil Dak loves Susan.
I've been looking for you guys over there on Discord. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I got
here's Bob's. I told him if he looked like that, I'd bang him immediately.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's one of Outlaws. I like the other one better because he uses this one in his headline all the time when he does his videos. There's that. Jared. That's Riggs.
That's Riggs, yeah.
Brother Indies is probably one of the best. One of Dak's.
Dak's pretty good too.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That actually worked out really nice. Pliskin. Here's D-Man 50. Of course, mine. Father Saunders. Like the Team America thing in the back was fucking hilarious.
Wait, what?
Yes.
We got Brandon
yeah.
Blood. Yeah, no, these are pretty cool looking, man. I think if we could print these off and sell them as a fucking like MGTOW set,
Word,
you know,
word.
it'd be great because he's actually doing up like the bad guys as well. Oh, there's Indies.
There's my mower.
Is the Cluck Murphy card on there?
We do have a Cuck Murphy card somewhere. Of
Oh,
course,
no.
we got the
Oh, no.
enemy. All right.
Amber's Heard, sure.
Well, these cards
That
are
Cluck
fucking
Murphy
awesome.
was
Why you
kinda
gotta put the
hilarious.
bed?
Yeah, shut the bed, all right.
Back.
It's successful before.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
worth
not the
it.
card. It's just a picture he sent to get on the card. I think we have the card here somewhere.
That was some funny shit.
War chickens.
War
from-
chickens.
yeah, those are awesome. Fuck. Oh, there we go. So Scotty side, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Got Ginger Hamster Maxwell.
the smoothest voice in town. Hi.
Yeah. There's the
Hi.
sense.
Oh, it's such a sad thing. The hamster doesn't put more effort in anything.
Oh, dude, these were awesome.
I think, yeah.
I love hamster. I don't know why he is so quiet.
He's got such a good voice. We've got to get some projects. We've got to get a lot of projects going. James Max von Sydow, I call him. He's got to get, because he was on radio. He had a voice for radio.
He's
No,
a beautiful voice, dude.
Yeah, literally, he was actually a radio guy. So
Yeah.
That's one of those fucking fucked up things. I ran
I think
into a
that's all of
guy
them.
at a gas station.
But
Fucking Chinese looking dude. He had a fucking
He's
voice
Chinese.
for radio. He was Chinese looking. And he had a beautiful voice. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you gotta have a voice for fucking radio. And that's where he was. He was at a gas station in between Iowa and Nebraska, Flying J, just fucking doing his thing.
this has been a blast, man. Thank you, Chris, for letting me come hang out with you guys, man.
dude, this was
Oh.
funny, and no problem, guys. No problem. I was gonna put this as the background for a stream. But yeah,
That's
figured-
probably the most accurate fucking bullshit you could put up for it.
Oh yeah,
Holy
no.
shit.
Dude, like I said, man, the internet provides tons of fucking material that I can continue using for the rest of my goddamn natural born life. Right?
Yep.
The worst part
Yes,
is
Hey, no, guy, I'm good. You
some
take
of
it
it
easy.
Yeah.
bud.
pisses me off so much that I just
I
can't
gotta
even
take
get
it
my words
easy.
out.
Fuck you.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
work tomorrow.
I do too, but not until 3 in the afternoon. But
3 in the
Mid-
afternoon.
Mid-shift,
Goddamn.
isn't it?
I'm like 6 in the 6 in the morning. Fuck you.
oh, dude, yeah, I wouldn't be drinking now either.
Oh.
Oh fuck, Bob! I fucking closed that.
Thank
out,
you,
dude.
DE, for understanding. Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, yeah. Check this
You
out.
alive?
Are we live?
I think so.
Are you alive? Fuck you.
Check this
Oh,
out.
we go again.
We got an actual Susan card.
Ah,
Susan
God,
sent
Oh my
you
Joe.
gosh. Here we go. Okay, there we go.
I've had enough already. You gotta keep fucking. You gotta keep torturing with this shit.
I
You
have
say-
to.
You know, it's hard to jerk
hamster
off with
there.
this shit. That's what I
There's
got.
Amber Turd.
Oh my god.
Oh, you pooped the bed.
Oh my
How-
god.
how-
You-
How on earth could
you know
she
what?
be an actor?
There you go. I mean, that mentality of somebody taking a shit in their partner's side of the bed and then just getting into that same bed. How fucking twisted are you?
Twisted.
Like, how twisted are you? When that,
You know what? When you're not held to how drunk you get,
yeah, I guess.
that's what happens. Fuck.
I guess. But I
Oh,
mean,
she,
this
CDP, she
woman-
did it deliberately. That's deliberate. That is intention. This is not like a depression or anxiety or schizophrenia or anything. Those are mood disorders. This is a character, a defunct default
She
character.
could have been drunk
Yeah.
as fuck when she did
Yeah.
it, bud. That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, I know. But this is it's a defect. It's intentional. You know, you can't. And look, Indy's got, I think, 2 minors in psychology, I believe. Not sure. So there's something wrong with that. You can't help when you have asthma. You can't help having cancer, even if you don't even smoke or anything like that. But Miss Heard, she can help that shit. Excuse my language.
Maybe.
So,
I mean,
She might be a lunatic. I mean,
Frank, that's
I'm
also
not. I'm
how
not
she
trying
was
to
brought
fucking.
up, right?
I'm not gonna fucking hold the fucking white flag and
Well,
say she's a goddamn good saint. Fucking that's stupid too. That's all I gotta say.
But I mean, that's how she's gone through life with that fucking mentality. Essentially, it was being created because everything was always given to her in her way. She
Yeah,
became
you got that
way,
right. No shit, no.
Yeah, like they say about bad dogs. There's no bad dogs born; they're made. These type of women are made.
Boys Town in Omaha. That's also the same quote. There are no bad boys, really.
I don't
Bad
know how
boys
you
aren't
guys
born,
feel
they're
about
made.
it, but for me, it's like, going back before the feminist movement, my grandparents, their generation was not like this.
No.
And I'm sure that hypergamy was real.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I mean, I don't know what has changed, but I do know that I can't risk my life on these bitches today. They're not old school. They're not moral.
Well, that's what's changed.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They've never
Is
held them
stupid
up.
not written on your forehead?
Well,
Shit.
no, I don't think I'm stupid.
Come on,
but,
man.
I mean, I know what has happened, but and that's why I choose not to deal with these women. Now, when I go to work tomorrow, I'll be dealing with men all day who are coming to me about their women problems, and then I say to them, I'm like, "Well, why are you still?" They look at me like I'm crazy for not
You're not
dealing
crazy.
with them.
You're not crazy. And as a matter of fact, I'm the fucking motherfucker right next to you. You'd be like, I'm not crazy either. Fucking everybody is crazy as fuck for being and not being you.
But
Right.
it's like I've said about the
I'm
rules.
keeping my finances. Thank you.
When you give
Exactly.
someone the power to
I got
basically
25K of payments left for my home, and that is a fucking accomplishment for a guy who's barely hitting his 40s.
The guy's 39 who can barely speak. It's like me.
I'm drunk as fuck. Fuck you all.
But when you take somebody and you say the rules no longer apply to them and them specifically, right?
Yes.
And that them can be a race of people, a country's worth, or even just a sex, right? Or even just one person. You could say that to the best person out there, and you give it enough time, allow them to actually test out the theory of how far they can take it, how much they can actually say, yeah, I get away with this because I'm me. And what you end up with is Amber Heard and today's modern women.
Exactly, Chris.
You ain't wrong, dude. That ain't no shucking bullshit.
That's it.
There is no fucking rule that applies to them that they cannot worm their way out of. In one way or another, they can worm their way out of it, or there's fucking just no accountability for them at all, right? In some cases, like when
you up for a drink.
No, fuck you guys. I'm gonna take a break on this one. Fuck you.
But like when
crazy.
Come on, man. Harden up, bro.
I don't want to do this.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Have a
I
water.
see it. I'm gonna take a break on this one.
Me too. After that one, I'm kind of hammered.
But with when I was on here with Eric, right? I mean, Eric was told
Easy.
by his
Right on,
superiors.
Frank. Thanks, man.
Was easy?
He was told
It's
by
on
his
brand.
superiors that if you go to a domestic violence scenario, you arrest the guy.
Yeah, standard, eh?
Standard, right off the fucking hop. Rarely did they ever arrest a woman, and that's not just in the U.S. or New York or even the fucking Western world. It's all over. And we've had police officers from all over admit to the same fucking thing. It falls on deaf ears.
Yep.
So that's how you get an Amber Heard. That's how you get a fucking what's her pickle? Smith's fucking ex-wife.
Jada.
Jada. Yeah, that's how you get a Jada.
Or Harry Butthole of Jada.
Yeah. But anyway, gents, with that being said, I think I'm going to shut this down, bro. And
Have a good night.
I want to thank everybody for coming.
I'll thank you too.
Hey, thank you, Emperor.
It's been a good night, dude.
It has, man, and we've gone almost 4 hours
night.
here. So
It's been a good night.
Doug, good night.
Hey, crazy drunk pedestrian. Hey, good night to you, man.
Yeah, man, it was nice meeting you. It was first time, but it was a good time. Fucking
Frank, thanks for drinking with me, man.
Frank
I
guy.
just died because of my bloody ancestry.
Fuck, I know you, fucking you son of a bitch. You know what? You could be a little more regular to me and stick to one name, dude.
Cheers to you, Andy.
And Indy.
Indy
love
is
you, dog.
actually MIA right now.
Indy.
Chris, and these are not countries, so we can't look crazy. Doug and Guy. My name's Guy.
Oh man, he must not have seen Coal Miner's Daughter.
Yeah, country.
Just not.
Well, we love each other. Thank you, Chris, brother.
You guys are all good guys. And Indy, last thing I want to say is you're a pretty good dude. I would not mind fucking fishing with you with my dad. Because
thanks, Chris. Thank you, man.
No worries, guys. No worries. Like I said, tomorrow night I'm definitely gonna find up something that'll get us all spun up. And I'm just
Bloody
gonna
monetize your channel, mate. Hurry up.
No, they won't let me monetize. Trust me.
Oh, those
I don't want them to be monetizing me, especially if they're gonna have the kind of insight into what you produce. Especially if you have to build your own goddamn language around it.
Allegedly.
Not interested in that.
Thank you,
Not
Chris.
interested. Well, thank you guys. And I'm going to end the stream right here. And I want to thank the chat and everybody for coming by.
oh, thank you. Have a good night, man.
Are you ending it?
I'm going to end it tonight. Yeah.
Indy, we're ending it, man.